Happy New Year, podcast pals. Dana here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag, I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Well, if we could stay on vacation forever, we would. But you got to pay the bills somehow. I can't sing, can't dance. This is it. We agreed to come back to work on January 5th of the new year 20 and 26. This is it. Take a big bite out of reality, Cubby.
I took a bite as soon as the alarm went off.
We agreed to this contractually. Signatures and everything. By God, we appreciate our listening audience for being there to support us this morning. Welcome to the first broadcast of the new year. Hope you had the greatest holiday season ever. Love that time off, though. I do.
Yeah, that was nice.
I've said before, and I'll say it again, there are lots and lots of able-bodied, healthy people out there. Able-bodied and healthy people that choose not to go to work. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about trust fund babies. I'm not talking about people who were born into money. They're just regular schmucks like us, and they just choose not to do anything as far as a job goes. I want to know their secret because that is the life I was meant to live.
I know some people like that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, are they happier than hell?
He's so happy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm fascinated. I'm drawn to that. That's the life I was meant. Where Josh, where you know you should be going to work, you're broke. You know you should do something, but you just don't. That's the life.
I don't think you'd want to be. So the people that are living off the system, basically?
I don't care how you're living, selling drugs, whatever. I'm envious of those people. I don't care how they make a living.
Well, selling drugs is kind of a job when you think about it. I mean, you got to have a bit of a skill. You got to be a people person.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be available.
You do.
At all hours of the day.
You're working 24/7, a lot of nights and weekends, I'd imagine.
You probably have two phones. That's got to be a pain in the ass.
Dealing with sketchy clientele.
Yeah, right. The dangers, of course.
Oh, it's a dangerous job.
I don't think you should deal drugs.
Is that a challenge?
No, I just said I'm recommending you don't, not a challenge. I didn't say you couldn't do it. You'd be great at dealing drugs. Dana, one of the best. I just recommend.
No, he would not. Oh, my gosh, I
it'd be
can't
awful.
imagine. I need to get a dime bag, and the person that shows up is Dana.
You already lost me with dime bag, actually.
Dana looks nervous when he walks into the room just to talk to the three of us. I don't see you standing on a street corner approaching people. Anyway.
I'd say you're too jumpy.
Yeah,
There's
that's
times
true.
when I've hit the intercom over here. That's how we communicate with Dana and the rest of us. We're in different studios. I hit the intercom and you've jumped out of your chair. So I was actually going to ask you this. Might as well now while we're thinking about it. Should I hit the button and kind of wait a couple seconds before I say anything?
Do whatever you want, Josh. You don't need to overthink it.
You're still going to jump?
I don't know. It's just kind of a natural habit.
It is funny. It's like how sometimes bigger dogs are the biggest scaredy cats. Mm-hmm. You're like a big dog.
It's true.
You're a large individual, yet you get freaked out quite easily.
I do.
Smoke dog? So there you go. Yeah, you know that guy, Josh, that, he's sleeping on his folks' couch. He's 40, right? And he finally comes to around noon, and he grabs the paper. Let me see if there's any jobs out there, right? But then he just puts it back down and goes back to sleep. That's the kind of character I'm talking about.
You've described 3/4 of my family.
Yeah.
My entire, and you know this.
Ashley says she knows some
my
people.
extended family.
Yeah, I know some. I've heard some stories. I've met quite a few of them.
I told you before I have a friend who's his sister-in-law, so his wife's sister married a guy who went to work every day, put on his business suit, grabbed his briefcase, goes to work. Well, it turns out he was sleeping in Home Depot and movie theater parking lots.
Right.
And she found out when the sheriffs knocked on their door and said, hey, you guys haven't paid your mortgage in a while, so we're going to ask you to take off.
He chooses not to do anything.
Yeah, I think he might. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he tried for a little bit and then just decided, F it, I'm tired. I'm going to go to a Cinemark and just take a nap.
What the hell is a Cinemark?
Isn't that a movie theater?
Oh, he chooses not to do anything. He's able. He just chooses not to. I wish I would have been born with the balls for that. I was not.
I'm going to guess that type of person would never become a model employee anyways. Probably tough for them to maintain a job, even if they wanted to have a job. So maybe it's not even their choice after a while. Shoot, there's people that are employed that just go in and do next to nothing. Empty suit, for example.
Yeah.
A guy we work with showed up in a very nice suit, did nothing, and was paid for that.
And
that's what you want.
Yeah, those jobs are pretty cool.
Showed up in a nice suit, did nothing, so he gained what nickname, Josh?
Empty suit.
Empty suit.
There was nothing inside it.
Brilliant nickname, one of the greatest nicknames ever divvied out in the history of this building. But he went into work. See, I don't even want to do that. But here I am because I don't have the balls. You got any cute stories from your time away from work here in the last week? We had 2 shows, if that's what you want to call them. We kind of had 2 F-off broadcasts last week, but we've been apart ever since. Any cute stories?
I guess not cute, but my fridge decided to call it quits on me.
Oh, that sucks.
That was, thank God we live in, Minnesota, dead of winter. It's the best case scenario for that to happen.
So you just put everything outside?
Yeah.
I
I got a
always
new
thought-
fridge coming tomorrow. Super pumped.
As a kid, I always thought that was cool. Like, my parents used to have family over all the time, and everybody liked to drink, so they just put everything outside. And for whatever reason, as a kid, I thought, that's the smartest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep your,
I can't believe I'm excited about a new fridge, but
Yeah, that's life.
You keep your beer in a snowbank. Sure.
Yeah, well, you get to an age where you're excited about appliances, Ashley.
yeah.
Where you're not miserable to shop for them. I've never liked shopping for clothes, but I don't mind shopping for appliances anymore.
No, it was a blast. Me and the sales guy, we had a lot of fun.
I can imagine you and the sales guy having a... I went out and watched a motion picture.
Oh, what one?
Sure, I did. I went out and watched a new movie by the name of Song Blue. Me and the wife. And it was kind of interesting because as we were walking into the theater, I even said to my wife, I said, this is kind of exciting because I have absolutely no idea what we're getting ourselves involved in. And she said, yeah, me too.
Are you Neil Diamond fans?
No. I think maybe on this program, we talked about, this is a movie about a Neil Diamond tribute band. I originally had thought it was the life story of Neil Diamond. But then I think, Josh, you were the one.
I think it was Brad, actually. Brad Ryder.
Yep.
Oh, I completely forgot we had a character on this show named Brad.
He's actually going to be on today.
Oh, fair enough.
You can reacquaint yourselves.
Yeah, Brad Ryder. Okay, somebody let me in on the fact that, no, this was a movie about a Neil Diamond tribute act. So anyway, I said to the wife, I said, that's all I know, and that's all she knew. I think I saw one ad on television where all I saw were the characters walking dressed as a Neil Diamond tribute act. So we had no idea what we were getting ourselves involved in. My assumption was that it was going to be a silly comedy, about a Neil Diamond tribute act where, they look silly. Maybe they get into some bar fights while they're working their way up the ladder of tribute acts. Some road trip hijinks, right? Since they're traveling around.
More similar to the Neil Diamond tribute band in Saving Silverman. Did you ever see that movie?
Never saw it.
Okay, they have a Neil Diamond tribute band called Diamonds in the Rough, and it's kind of like you described. It's very silly.
But damn, Cubby, it turned out to be Have you guys watched this yet?
I've heard it's heavier than you think.
One of the most dramatic effing stories I've ever watched.
Oh.
Yeah,
One of the characters had a leg fall off. There were people dropping dead. There were teenagers having unprotected sex.
If you're not prepared to watch a serious movie, that's a surprise.
I like Hugh Jackman. I'm not a fan really of musicals, and I know he likes musical theater. You know, that's kind of like become his thing almost. Kate Hudson's in that, right?
Yes, she is.
Oh.
She's in that one.
Yeah. Goldie Hawn's daughter. I always forget what her name is. My God, she looks exactly like her mother in this movie. I don't know if she put on some weight or like intentionally for the role, or she's had some, what do they call this stuff again?
Plastic surgery?
But she looks exactly like her mother in this movie. So, yeah, it was kind of fun just to have absolutely no idea what you were getting yourself into, as opposed to these days when you watch television, you see a movie ad 77 times before you go see the movie, and you know exactly what This was a total surprise, and I liked it. I mean, I'm not saying the movie was okay, I guess, but just the fact that out of nowhere a leg fell off, right?
Yeah.
That was
What?
that was the first clue that, I thought this was going to be goofy, but then somebody's leg fell off.
It does seem like something Will Ferrell would do,
Right.
something like this.
Right.
I know a couple of people who will not watch a movie unless they've seen at least one trailer.
Oh, really?
They just refuse to watch it. They need to know exactly what the movie's about.
I hate that. I hate trailers now because I don't know. I guess I remember growing up that they didn't give everything away. But I swear, nowadays, you watch a trailer, you basically watched the movie.
You got the gist of it.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I don't want to ruin it.
I have friends that specifically don't watch trailers for that reason. They're
Yeah.
huge movie fans, and they see every movie, but they don't watch trailers because they just want to go in kind of blind.
Sometimes the trailer is better than the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially with scary movies.
Yeah, they show all the good stuff in the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer was good enough.
Hugh Jackman was the guy's name. Yeah.
I saw a movie, too, over the break.
Hit me with it.
My wife asked me if I would go see The Housemaid with her, and I go, I guess I'll take one for the team and go see the movie with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried in it, where they're naked half the movie.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be okay with that. Sure, babe. I'll do that for you.
Were they half naked throughout the movie?
Oh, they were naked a whole bunch.
Sydney Sweeney and
Amanda Seyfried.
Housemaid.
Yeah.
What's the story there?
It's kind of like a psychological thriller.
Oh, no.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, I guess it was a book. My wife really liked the book. It was good. It was entertaining. And like I said, they were naked half the movie, so what are you going to do? But again, it was also darker than I anticipated, too. At one point, a man is forced to remove a tooth with a wrench.
Oh, my brother's done that with a Q-tip.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. He
I've
sharpened.
done it with pliers.
Have you?
Yeah.
Did you pull one of your own teeth out with a pliers?
No, one of the kids.
Oh, Jesus.
Thinking Josh.
My wife thought I was some sort of barbarian.
You're talking about like a baby tooth?
Yeah.
Yikes.
And what if it was an adult tooth in their
no.
20s?
Well, that
Give
might-
me that tooth.
Torture.
Yeah, so I know when they were babies and my wife thought I was a barbarian. That's what my dad did for us. I didn't think it was a big deal. And we went to the dentist, and the dentist said, well, if we're at home, that's exactly what I do. So suck it, wife. I'm not a barbarian.
Yeah, my brother had a tooth go bad on him. And, of course, he's not ever going to spend more than $5 if he doesn't have to, right? Mm-hmm. So he's not going to the dentist. But he's got this bad tooth, so he somehow sharpened the plastic handle on a Q-tip and pried it out of his mouth. He said there was a lot of pus.
Pus.
No.
I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say blood.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting pus.
No, you most of us don't expect pus.
No, it's usually a surprise.
Yeah, I think the only other time, aside from a few days ago when we went and saw the Song Sung Blue movie, the only other time I walked into a theater and I had absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into, it was a movie called Dumb and Dumber. And wow, was that a thrill.
Really? You didn't know, huh?
Not a clue.
Oh, man.
Not
That's a
single.
So
great
good.
surprise.
So good.
And I just thought, what in the F? You know, I was in pain halfway through the movie from laughing my balls off.
That's one of those where I could watch it anytime it's on.
The last time I went into a theater having no idea what I was getting myself into was when I went into the wrong theater.
Oh, yeah, that will definitely throw you.
Yeah, I think the showtime was like, I don't know, let's say noon. And I thought, I thought I went to the right theater, and I'm sitting there, and it's like 11. But I got some chicken tenders, some fries, so I'm just hanging out. Next thing I know, it's like 12:30, and it hasn't started yet. And I thought, maybe they just, I don't know, they're behind or something like that. And then, yeah, the title shows up on the screen, and I was like, yeah, wrong movie, but it's too late now. I'm just going to have to stick this out. It ended up being a great movie.
It's like pus. You just don't expect it. Unless you're at the pus station. What movie was it?
Fantastic Four, the new one.
Oh.
It was pretty good.
Was it?
But I don't usually choose to go watch superhero movies.
I've never watched the Fantastic Four. Seen
I
the
don't know.
Avengers ones, obviously. Those are pretty big.
I mean, you can go see it, but I don't know if it's
Ringing
Nah, I think
endorsement.
yeah, I don't
Like
think
a-
I'd go out of my way.
Probably. You only would see the movie like that by accident?
Yeah.
I was looking at a list of the movies that are the most rewatchable, and Dumb and Dumber was not on the list. I'd throw that one on the list.
Oh, absolutely. That one's timeless.
Rewatchable. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a movie you would watch again. In most comedies, I would. Like
Well, no,
thrillers
I
or
mean,
dramas, I wouldn't necessarily. I usually don't, or like a mystery or something. I don't usually rewatch those ones.
Like the type of movie you catch on TBS on Saturday afternoon, and all of a sudden you're just you're glued in.
Yeah, a lot of comedies would be an easy one, or maybe like action movies. Certainly,
what I meant was what else is mentioned in the report of rewatchable movies.
The Departed,
The Departed.
The Dark Knight,
The Dark Knight's great.
Ocean's 11, Gladiator. I could watch that one over and over. The Bourne series, sure. Casino Royale, Training Day, Superbad, Wedding Crashers, Anchorman, Old School, Hangover, Catch Me If You Can, Spider-Man 2, Mean Girls, The Social Network, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. I'd agree with most of those. I haven't seen a couple of them, but
No, I agree with pretty much all of those. Those are ones where if you see it on TV, you're just kind of like, all right, well, I got something to do for the next hour and a half.
That's a decent set of films there that you mentioned.
I throw a couple others on there like Back to the Future, Shawshank Redemption.
oh yeah, absolutely. Well, maybe not Shawshank Redemption for me, but yeah, Back to the Future, definitely.
I'll be damned. Well, for me, I mean, what do you think is the motion picture, Josh, you've watched more than any other?
Well, I think it might be Spaceballs. When I was a kid, you got to consider, like, back in the day, you had one movie, right?
Right.
You couldn't watch whatever you wanted walking around on a large piece of glass. I mean, it was just one movie, and that was it. So Spaceballs would be up there. The movie Rad would be up there. Die Hard, certainly another one. A Christmas Story. I mean, that one, is it TBS or one of those?
TBS runs it 24 hours a day on Christmas.
Yeah, so that one was
wow.
easy enough.
Mine would
Those
be
are the
Tommy
ones-
Boy. I watched the heck out of that
That's
when
a
I was
good one.
younger. My friend had a VCR, and it was the only, what are they? Like the only tape?
I don't
VHS
know.
tape.
Is that how you call it? Okay, so the only one that she had. And so every day after school, we'd put that in. Go smoke some weed.
We'd have to rent the VCR from the movie rental place. We'd
yep.
rent that, and you just watch it as many times as you could.
It was always kind of a drag when it was time to turn that rented VCR back into Mr. Movies.
Yeah, we had a
They'd break your balls if you were late.
oh man, and one of those
Really?
Yeah.
super long cord. The remote was attached to the cord, and then eventually my sister became the remote. Once you had to go up and turn the TV. My sister was always the remote. Like, hey, go change the channel. And she was very obedient.
For me, it would be the Blues Brothers or Slapshot. There's got to be the two movies I watched more than any others throughout my lifetime because, like Josh was explaining, those were the two movies we owned.
And sometimes you just, like with I love A Christmas Story, but you just watch whatever's on. You didn't have much of a choice.
No, you did not.
There was a time when I was a kid, me and my buddy who lived in the neighborhood, we watched Ace Ventura every single day for about 2.5 months one summer.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That'll kill a lesser man.
Another good one.
That movie's amazing.
But you always knew that Einhorn was Finkel, so that was never a surprise.
No, I knew that Finkel's Einhorn and Einhorn is Finkel.
Wizard of Oz says, Pull It Hot, I Want Jesus.
The Wizard of Oz, sure.
Yeah. Love that movie.
That one was in the mix when I was a kid. My mother and my sister enjoyed watching The Wizard of Oz. So what else is going on around here? Anyone got the post-holiday blues?
No.
The
I'm good.
post-holiday blues?
You know, so we took down all our Christmas stuff a few days ago, and there was a kid over, one of my son's friends came over and was surprised that we had our Christmas tree down already.
Really?
So I had to ask them how long they leave it up, and they leave it up for like a couple more months.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, so they must get the post-holiday blues.
Yeah, my wife tears things down the morning after Christmas.
Yeah.
On the 26th, everything's gone.
Oh,
I
really?
think I did mine on the 27th, but I just replaced the decorations with Valentine's Day decorations.
You have Valentine's Day decorations?
Oh, so many. I love Valentine's Day.
So what would you, like just a bunch of hearts all over the
Yeah, there's
Big
like
poster of Cupid?
Yeah, garland that is, usually has hearts, different colored hearts, and then
Kelso from that 70s show? I know you used to have a thing for what's his nuts?
Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher?
Kutcher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, it's just I don't know, different pictures that say cute things like this house has love in it. I don't know, cheesy stuff, but I like all of the pink and the red and the hearts, and I love love.
I love that you're equally passionate about Halloween and Valentine's Day because
Yeah.
they're kind of polar opposites.
Yeah, honestly, any excuse to decorate.
So do you decorate is that the strangest one you decorate for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you
I'd say so.
decorating for Arbor Day or something like that?
It's just a bunch of trees.
You should throw leaves around.
No,
Yeah,
but I will do
what's
St.
life
Patrick's
at your
Day.
place like? What's life at your house like as we approach Lincoln's birthday?
Yeah, there's a stretch there that's pretty boring. That there should be more holidays in the summertime, so I have more excuses to decorate.
4th of July, do you go crazy on 4th of July?
No, that's probably one of the only holidays I do not decorate for.
Get out of my country.
That and Thanksgiving, because like, what am I gonna do for Thanksgiving?
Out of my Well, you put a cornucopia out, right?
Oh yeah.
The post-holiday blues, they call it.
Yep. I do not have that. As a kid, I certainly would because, you got to go back to school after a couple weeks off. And,
Right.
you're looking, you looked forward to presents all year long, right?
Yep.
That's gone.
And then
And
just
then-
the dark, cold misery kind of sets in of Minnesota in January and February. There's not much to
Yeah.
look forward to.
That's pretty much it. There's something in here. As I'm paging through a report on the post-holiday blues, there's something in here about the neurochemical shift, Josh.
Yeah.
That'll drop you to a knee.
My wife has that. What's the seasonal mood defective, whatever that is?
Yeah.
She gets that.
She get a little snappy with you this time of year?
No, not snappy, but she gets down. She needs her sunshine. She loves that kind of stuff.
They mentioned that leading up to the holidays, you're pumped. Dopamine, adrenaline, anticipation of social events, porties, as some people say here at the radio station, not parties, porties. And then when all of these events come to an end, you just feel depressed, sluggish, irritable. Can't keep a heart on.
I'm sorry for those folks.
What do they say? How to fight it here, Josh? There's a way to fight off the post-holiday blues. Drink your nuts off.
Drink and masturbate.
Oh, they didn't mention anything about masturbating, but
Go for it.
It's always implied.
It's healthy. Oh, yeah. No matter what.
They didn't need to put that in the report because it's assumed. Oh, we don't need to tell them that. They know.
After the holidays, Josh, there's a void, an empty calendar. It can feel like a loss. And they say just twist a few tops off some bottled Steve Weisers, whatever your poison is, drink your nuts loose. And you'll beat the holiday blues.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody here has the holiday blues.
No, I get excited for things to calm down again. Cool. I don't have to go anywhere. Love it.
Yeah, that is a good feeling.
Yeah, certainly when I was a kid. For Christ's sake, you got to go back to school. Now, like Josh would say, each day's better than the next.
Yep.
I don't care if there's a holiday connected to it. Each day's better than the next.
It never really bothered me going back to school because, I mean, all you got to do is wait for March. Then, boom, spring break.
Oh, spring.
You're off for another week.
Okay.
Does seem like there's a lot more. I mean, it could be just the old guy not remembering, but it seems like there's a lot more days off than it used to be. But I went to private school, and we did have less days off. You know, we wouldn't get the holidays that were the public school kids would get.
Oh, yeah?
Some
Like
other-
what?
Just like certain, like, I don't know, like a President's Day or something like that. You know, a federal holiday. We didn't get federal holidays off.
Oh, I don't know if we did or not.
I miss being in college when winter break lasted until damn near February.
Yeah, that
So
was
much
cool.
time on our hands. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
It's too much time.
Oh, I know.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, that's not good for a college kid living away from home.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
man. You talk about a lot of drinking in January. My goodness.
Yeah.
Give me the time frame, because I have some vague memories of this. You know, when my buddies would come back from school and live with their folks for a stretch of time. What are we talking? A month and a half?
Yeah.
At least a
about that.
month.
Yeah.
God dang.
Finals would end, kind of the week before Christmas, and then we didn't go back until I think the last week of January.
F me running.
Yeah.
Was that what was called J-term?
Yeah, you could elect to take a course if you wanted to. I didn't. I actually had a roommate who, this was very impressive. He didn't leave our apartment complex for about 3 weeks once during winter break because we lived in a building that had a cafe, had a DVD rental machine, had a game room, had a workout facility. So he legitimately didn't leave the grounds of the building for about 3.5 weeks.
I wouldn't either. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
This was a dorm? Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
No, it was an apartment building
Oh,
at the
okay.
U of M. Actually, not too far from here when I went to school at the U. And yeah, so he goes, I don't know. I can order beer. I got everything I need. Why would I go outside?
Gosh,
Some
that
of those-
sounds so nice.
Yeah, some of those on-campus apartments are ridiculously nice around here.
They were ridiculous when I was in college, and this was like 2007, 2008. And they've gotten even nicer since then.
Yeah, like movie theaters, tons of study rooms, like you said, cafes, things like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now, you have to live with like 8 people in a 2-bedroom to afford it, but they are very nice.
That sounds so cool.
Here's a friggin' listener whose daughter goes to school in Brainerd. And they're off from December 18th to January 15th.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's where it's at.
I'd forget like where school was at that point.
I do remember, I didn't go to St. Cloud State, but I lived there for a stretch of time just because I wanted to party. Had nothing better to do with my life. Worked at the local car wash. And I remember that last day of college, all my buddies got in their cars and drove back to Wayzata. I couldn't immediately join them because I had to work a couple more days before I could go home. And I remember one night sitting and just watching the television and realizing I was about the only human being within about a 10-block radius. You know what I'm talking about? 'Cause
Yeah.
Our college house was amongst all the other college houses.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember stepping outside,
That's eerie.
and I think the house that I lived in was about the only light on. It was eerie. Well, it was eerie and kind of unnerving. I'm the only swinging D left. The next morning I went to work, and then I got the hell out of town. But, yeah, it was a mass migration the hell out of there come holiday season.
That's true, because I went to school there too, Nick. And
Yeah.
the summertime, place was ghost town. Winter
Yeah.
break, ghost town.
Yeah.
You couldn't find it. I remember one time we decided, hey, let's go up to St. Cloud and party for the night. And we get up there because our lease started a little bit earlier than school started. So we get up there and we're like, yeah, let's party. There's nothing happening.
It's a bunch of locals in their late 30s.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. We couldn't find anything to do.
No.
I know what you're saying. I went to Moorhead, and that's where I learned the term suitcase college. because everybody was gone on the weekends. It was dead. It was me and 2 other guys. And a lot of them were farm kids, so they'd go work on the farm on the weekends.
That sounds awful.
And disappear. I was always kind of jealous
you're in
of those
college.
skills.
Yeah, that does suck, dude.
Dude, they liked it. They liked it. But, it's funny. I've mentioned this before. A lot of those kids, they would call Fargo Moorhead the cities. Like you go into the cities.
Oh.
So at first, of course, I thought they meant Minneapolis, St. Paul, but that's not what they meant at all. They'd go, I'd like to the Safari 7 in Fargo and hang out. Or a Hornbacher
Also
somewhere.
sounds miserable.
I loved it up there. I loved it.
Let me tell you, Peckerhead, something. Happy New Year. Appreciate you joining us this morning on the return of the 93X Half-Fast Morning Show. A little bit later, we'll get to know Brad Ryder and Randy Shaver all over again. They'll be joining us at 7:30. Till then, we'll take a little time to ourselves, and we'll come back with the Stupid News Report. We'll be back in a couple minutes on the program.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Happy New Year, podcast pals. Dana here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag, I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
It's been a while. It's been a long, wonderful while since we last humped our way through a Stupid News report. It appears to me that nothing has changed. We're still absolutely surrounded by violent, childlike grown folks who can't hold their mud. How about we begin with some Christmas time fallout? The holiday season has mercifully passed. Let me tell you about this here character. One of those charity money bell ringers you see outside the store come Christmas time.
I was actually just going to say I never see him anymore. I'll see the bell parked there, or the little, whatever that thing is, little bucket parked there.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't seen a bell ringer forever.
Yeah, now that you mention that, you're right.
Oh, yeah?
I don't see him very often.
What the hell happened to the bell ringer?
Maybe people aren't volunteering as much anymore.
I've done it before. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Nick and I did it one time, and we saw a miserable coworker at the mall who avoided eye contact because his kids were driving him nuts.
That's right. We helped out the Salvation Army one afternoon at, I think it was the Mall Plus America.
Yep, Mall of America.
Hanging out somewheres.
Weren't there like a bunch of mascots with us or something?
Well, there was only one. We met one mascot that afternoon, and it was the greatest mascot of all time. It was Goldie Gopher.
Oh, was it inside in the rotunda, that kind of setup?
It wasn't the
greatest.
rotunda, but yes, it was inside.
Okay.
And Josh is right. We had a good time hanging out with Goldie. Of course, how could you not?
Yeah.
When we were done, I think as the both of us still had some Christmas shopping to do, we wandered around the mall a little bit, and we passed one of our coworkers, a sales guy, and he had his 2 children with him. They were 8 and 10 years old or something like that. And he couldn't have looked more miserable. He just had a look on his face as if he was thinking,
You remember he was...
F me running. That's the facial expression he gave me, was F me running.
Oh, yeah, he was... he's wearing a baseball cap, which doesn't fit his personality, and he didn't know how to wear it. It was ridiculous. And he was basically... They're elephant walking, where he's grabbing one kid, that kid's grabbing another kid. They're doing it, and he's racing through the mall. He was furious. And I'd never seen him mad, ever. He was such a fun, goofy dude.
He was trying to look all casual, and he pulled a baseball cap down. He didn't even know how to do that. That baseball cap was riding so high on his head. Even a truck driver would have said, that ball cap is riding too high on your head.
I loved working with that guy. I mean, he was certainly frustrating at times, but once you got to know him, you understood. That's just his personality. But there were times he'd be on the phone with his wife or kids, and they would just yell and yell and yell at him, and he sat there and took it. I mean, he was such a nice guy.
He was kind of like Josh. He was treated very poorly by his family.
I mean, honestly, like, it was almost abuse. What he was, you could hear
so
the
sad.
yelling on the other side of the phone.
Yelling and screaming. Here's one of those charity bell ringer guys down there in the far southeastern part of our country. Oh, he showed up drunk off his ass to ring the bell. And then he went haywire and tried to kill somebody dead. The bell ringer guy goes by the name of Stevie Pavlik. He's all the way up to 63 years old these days. Again, Stevie is out front a store called Publix. He's hammered, and he's just swinging that charity bell with a bucket hanging there, and folks can toss some monies into the bucket if they feel like it. You know the gimmick. And hell, had Stevie been a fun, jolly drunk, I'm sure nobody would have said dick. But the word is, Stevie was acting like a prick out there, harassing folks up and down as they walked past him, hollering at folks and whatnot, belligerent. Those people went on into the Publix store and told the store manager, hey, your bell ringer is a dick. So the store manager steps outside and says to Stevie, you got to dial it back, son. You know, what the hell's the matter with you? That caused Stevie to up and bust a spring. Stevie picked up what they call here his donation kettle tripod, if that makes any sense to you. Stevie picked up his donation kettle tripod and tried to ram it down the throat of his store manager.
Jeez.
He's trying to feed the tripod stand thing that the donation kettle hangs on. He's trying to ram it down the store manager's throat. And then when he realized he couldn't stuff that tripod thing down his manager's neck, he turned the tripod into a sword and attempted to stab the manager to death with the thing.
The world's softest sword.
Is it plastic or something?
the ones I've seen have like pretty, if it's a sword, it's not going to stand up very well. Yeah, I think you're going to be completely fine. That's not going to penetrate the skin unless you have the world's thinnest skin. People are saying, by the way, that the reason they don't have a lot of bell ringers anymore is there's not as much cash. There's a code on there. You can scan it and pay with your phone.
Oh, a QR code?
That's pretty cool.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
makes
mean,
a
how
lot of
often do you have even change in your pocket anymore?
It's been a while for
Yeah.
me. Very infrequent.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. People don't carry cash anymore. Well, anyway, the manager was not injured. He fought Stevie like hell. Stevie ran out of there like a bitch. Local cops found Stevie at home. They beat him up pretty good, and they arrested him.
His mugshot suggests that he's lived a rough life.
What's he look like?
It looks like a lot older than 63.
Oh.
That's for sure. And one of it, you know how like when I drink, one of my eyes kind of droops? His is even worse than mine. I don't actually see if you can. I don't know if I can turn my computer that way.
Oh.
Look at his eyes.
Are they closed?
He looks pretty drunk and or tired.
Oh,
His
yeah.
whole face is drooping,
Well, he
not just
just
his eyes.
Fought like hell there for a while, so.
Yeah, he looks like a D-bag, though.
That's not what I remember from the Kettle charity money people. I don't remember them coming off like that.
No, they're usually very friendly.
Isn't this cute now? I know what you're doing here, Josh. Trying to send my blood pressure through the roof with cute Christmas puns. Josh sent me a story about a dude dressed as Santa Claus getting pulled over in a motor vehicle while his wife, dressed as Mrs. Claus, was sitting in the passenger seat. So I'm going to give it to you straight, no editing. Here's how they put it on TMZ.com, the source for the story. Here's the title. Santa Claus is coming to town, and he's speeding. What do you think so far?
So far, so good.
A cop in Ohio almost ended up on Santa's naughty list after pulling over Santa and Mrs. Claus for speeding, and the traffic stop is all on video. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office, wherever that is, they shared video of one of their deputies pulling over an elderly couple dressed as Santa and Mrs. Claus for, quote, flying a little too fast. I guess when the deputy realized he was talking to Kris Kringle, he says, "Oh, Santa." Santa was packing heat?
Yeah. I suppose, he's breaking into homes. Somebody might get a gun out.
Yeah?
He told the cop he had a concealed carry weapon, if that's the proper way to say that. The cop said, "Santa has a conceal and carry? Times must be tough." Santa said, he's got to protect himself. And Mrs. Claus even chimed in and said, "The North Pole isn't what it used to be." They're very cute. People are calling it the friendliest and funniest traffic stop ever recorded. Oh, what does it say here? There's jokes being traded back and forth between the cops and Santa about Santa's age, about Rudolph, about Christmas presents. And the Clauses even posed for a picture with the deputy after they were all out of predictable Christmas jokes. The Fulton County Sheriff Department said no coal was issued. Just a friendly reminder that even sleighs need to slow down.
It was always fun when they, around holidays, release this type of video where the cops are busting an elf, or something around Halloween where a giant pumpkin steps out of the vehicle.
Santa Claus rolling through town, packing heat. Adorable, right?
Pretty cute.
Yeah.
Is that video up on our website? Is that something that we want to put on our website?
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh. Here's a terrible disaster for you. And this here is a lawsuit that goes all the way back to March of last year. Some poor bastard went into the crapper at his neighborhood Outback Steakhouse. He sat down to take a fat dump.
Ugh.
And the toilet gave way underneath his ass.
Oh, that'd be embarrassing.
I'm not talking about the toilet seat broke or it went sideways. You know how sometimes you sit down and it goes sideways?
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of us have had their nuts get tangled up in that sideways toilet seat. That can kill a guy.
Yeah, when you feel it move, you get immediately nervous.
Oh, it's a terrible feeling.
You're like, oh no.
You ever got
Am I okay? Am I okay?
Ashley, have you got your privates caught up in a sideways toilet seat?
No, thankfully I haven't.
So this is the situation that I understand. We're not talking about a toilet seat cracking or going sideways. The entire toilet crumbled out from under the guy like he had just a live hand grenade.
I mean, I don't.
Weird.
Outback Steakhouse seems like a place people would blow up the bathroom. That's happened here before, where one of the toilets fell off the wall. They're just suspended off the wall. There's a kickstand underneath it now after that happened.
What?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's got to be just the most helpless feeling in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I missed that.
Well, this is 15 years ago or something. Yeah, somebody sat on that thing and it fell right off. So they replaced it and put a kickstand underneath it.
I would hate myself.
Would you go tell somebody, or you just try to pretend it wasn't you?
I would pretend it wasn't me 100%.
I think the first reaction would be to pretend, but when you have water just spraying from the wall, I try to let somebody know.
Yeah,
Maybe I wouldn't
right.
say it was me. Hey, I just noticed what was going on in there.
And you hope it happened right when you initially sat down, not a couple minutes into the process.
When you're in a real tough spot.
Yeah.
This poor bastard at his neighborhood Outback Steakhouse drops his carcass down onto the toilet seat to cut one. And next thing you know, he's sitting on the floor. There's no info here on the injuries that turned up from this catastrophe. Did his nuts get torn off? I mean, broken porcelain can be sharp. His Johnson, they don't tell us anything about the guy's Johnson and if it remained. It just says here that the guy suffered, quote, severe bodily injury.
Hopefully he got some free bread out of this.
Free bread?
Oh, I love their bread they have there.
Oh,
It's
I
so
don't-
good.
I don't know the gimmick at Outback Steakhouse. I do have the guy's name, Mike Green. He's accusing the restaurant of negligence and failing to maintain a proper head. Mike wants 50 grand.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I hope he gets it.
Yeah.
That does sound pretty traumatizing.
Yeah.
That is something.
That is so scary. I'm trying to put myself in that situation. I'd be so confused.
And, he probably along the way, right?
Yeah.
He was there.
Like Dana said, hopefully first.
I'm sorry?
Hopefully either it happened right away or right when he was wrapping up. One of the two.
Oh, you mentioned that already. I'm sorry. He was there to do a job. And that kind of, I don't know what the word is, that kind of traumatic experience, he made a mess. That's horrible. I like to think, at least I hope, that when I hit a public toilet, as iffy as they can be, I hope that it's going to be a safe place for me for the next 10 to 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
I bet he hovers for a while,
Yeah.
if not the rest of his life.
All right, what the hell happened now? I've never heard of this. A dude is damn near dead in a hospital because he drank a liquid nitrogen cocktail. There was an explosion in this guy's boiler, and now his guts are ruptured.
It's terrible. Can't imagine that pain and panic.
This was in Russia. Oh, that makes more sense
Yep.
now. Yeah.
Yep.
Everything's iffy and sideways in Russia. All right, so it says here this liquid nitrogen drinky was served by a celebrity chef at a corporate Christmas party in Moscow, Russia. So here's the setup. Folks were being entertained by some kind of a silly bartending show featuring what they call here theatrical cocktails chilled with liquid nitrogen. And in case you don't know, and I sure as hell didn't, the story tells me that liquid nitrogen is commonly used in professional kitchens, but extremely dangerous if consumed before it fully evaporates.
Pretty sure it's not good to expose yourself to it, even your skin.
It's supposed to be very bad.
Were you guys very learned on liquid nitrogen before today?
No.
I knew you're not supposed to touch it.
Is that what they do to try to burn the warts off of me?
I think it's something similar, if not liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, that sounds right.
When I was a kid, they used to shoot something like that at my warts. You guys have warts?
No,
No.
thankfully.
not.
My brother had one, and I thought it was so gross of him.
None of you's ever had one, huh?
No.
When I was a kid, I had 4 or 5 of them. And, of course, I chewed one off. I cut one off with some kind of a steak knife at the house, right?
I did that with a mole.
Yeah, I remember your mole
Almost
story.
bled out. That was bad.
The bleeding,
Yeah.
the bleeding that goes along with wart and mole removal is ungodly.
My last words, if I did die from that, would have been, uh-oh. That's exactly what I said after and it was on my stomach.
Oh.
Dude,
And, it would not stop bleeding.
don't do that.
Like, it looked like a horror movie, Ashley. It was terrible.
Your poor tummy.
You don't want to try home wart or mole removal with a knife you just pulled out of your folks' kitchen drawer.
I was trying to save a couple bucks, and I thought that I just eviscerated myself.
So, yeah, I had warts. I remember where they were. There was one here, there was one there. Tried to remove them at home a couple of times. Went to the doctor a couple of times, and they sprayed this wicked cold squeege onto my warts. None of it worked, and then one day I just woke up and they gone.
Well, that's cool. My brother used to put a duct tape over it.
I've heard that.
I remember that gimmick. I don't know if I tried that or not. None of it worked, and then just one day they were gone. So I don't know if that's the same type of liquid nitrogen that they used in this guy's drink. So again, a fancy bartending show at a corporate Christmas party in Russia, theatrical drinks chilled with liquid nitrogen. So the bartender is putting on this show. At one point or another, a 38-year-old dode hanging around there by the name of Sergei, he was allegedly encouraged by one of the wacky Showtime bartenders to drink one of the nitro cocktails immediately. Like that time when I demanded that Josh eat that cat poop. I told him to eat the cat poop immediately.
I tried to refuse. I gave in.
This unlucky Russian dode, Sergei, he drank the liquid nitrogen, and next thing you know, he's on the floor, and his guts came out through the ass, and the eyes fell out. His guts exploded. Witnesses at this dopey Russian Christmas party said they were never warned about the risks of consuming liquid nitrogen, nor were they instructed to wait for it to fully evaporate.
Yeah, I've seen that cute little gimmick before at bars or restaurants, especially the fancy ones where they use liquid nitrogen for it to look all cool. And you're supposed to wait.
It did look cool.
Yeah,
But,
I
mean,
love that kind of stuff.
If there's like a professional there that's, this is what they do, I would assume they'd know what they're talking about.
I went to a speakeasy not too long ago, and they did that. They had all those different cool cocktails, and they put my whiskey that I got into this big box and smoked it. Smoked my whiskey.
Oh, you like that stuff, Ashley?
It tasted like whiskey.
They do all kinds of cute tricks. Okay, people are telling us that they are similar. The liquid nitrogen they might spray on your genitalia to get rid of warts, and the liquid nitrogen that they use in bartending. They're saying they are similar, because I was curious. CFH, I always have trouble with that one. Bass player Jesus texted in to say, Cubby, did you know if you freeze a racquetball with liquid nitrogen and then drop it on the floor, it will shatter like a coffee cup?
Oh, cool. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that.
So anyway, this Sergei guy who swallowed the liquid nitrogen and his insides popped like a zit on prom night. He's in serious condition in a terrible Russian hospital.
Yeah, that might be worse. That part. Just give me another drink.
Where am I? He just wakes up. Where am I?
Russian hospital.
You're in a hospital. Oh, thank God. Well, where exactly? You're in a Russian hospital. Oh, God. No.
I always thought it was cool when they'd light shots on fire or whatever.
Oh,
First
God.
time I saw
yeah.
that, like that was pretty sweet.
No, I did that once, and I think maybe a minute passed before it all came back up.
Ooh. Yeah, I've burned my mouth on those before.
There was about, I'm going to say, Josh, 2 weeks. 2 weeks of our lives, and when I say our, I mean me and my group of pals. There's about 2 weeks out of our lives when we were 20, when we thought that was just the coolest thing in the world, to light shots on fire and then drink them while they are ablaze. It was a brief love affair.
Yeah.
Because we realized it was stupid, and so many of us got so sick.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, because it's so much fun, and it's when you're 20, 19.
Oh, just from how many you drank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
and it's
because
100 proof.
we loved to watch the process. It was fun and funny, and your pal would burn his mustache off. Everyone's having a good time, right?
Yeah.
But we would drink so much. I remember just being so ill. One of my pals had to go to the doctor because his hangy thing in the back of his throat was damaged by
no.
Oh, the punching bag. No.
yeah, that hangy thing like in the cartoon.
Uvula? Man.
I don't know. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
He burned his uvula.
Ah, that's got to be unpleasant.
Oh, the vomiting.
Yeah, anytime they have something that comes out of the kitchen on fire that's supposed to be, it's pretty cool. Like sizzling fajitas and stuff
Yes.
like
Everybody looks at you. I hate that, actually.
Do you
that.
really?
They're on fire and then they're so loud. That's true.
That kind of stuff always seems like a good idea because I like it. I find it cool. But yeah, everyone just ends up looking at you.
I can't even remember the last time I had a bucket of fajitas.
Oh, they're good.
You're missing out. You need to go to Chili's, yeah.
I love chilies. All right. Here's a listener. Chemical Sales Jesus has texted in, didn't you guys have the Mr. Science dude come to your elementary school and do all the liquid nitrogen tricks?
No.
I don't recall that character. Oh,
Yeah,
Sounds
no,
cool.
darn.
specifically, Chemical Sales Jesus said he had a dent in his head. This guy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
remember that.
I don't remember anybody walking into class with a dent in their head.
Good old dent head coming in there. I wish we had something like that.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Seen
What,
some liquid nitrogen tricks?
Oh, I just want to hang out with a guy who's got a dent in his
Yeah,
head.
Yeah,
dent head
I
would
want to
be
know
cool.
the story behind
He
that.
doesn't have to have any liquid nitrogen on him. Just a big. All right. We got one more here. The things that you sheeple will believe on the godless, soulless, and wildly misinformed social media. The things that you sheeple will believe, especially the teenage kids. We're staying in Russia here. A Russian teenage kid, 17 years old. He ended up laid out in a hospital. Again, another Russian in a Russian hospital. This kid read on social media that he should drink his own blood. He went ahead with that,
Yuck.
and he poisoned himself with that self-blood chug.
It's already in your body.
True.
You're just putting it back.
Social media told the kid that if he drank a bucket of his own blood, that it would raise his iron levels or his hemoglobin levels, whatever all that means. So he went ahead and did it. Social media also told the kid that he would become stronger if he drank his own blood and piss. He went with blood on its own.
I don't get it. If you're taking blood from your body,
Yes.
you're lowering your iron. That makes just no sense to me. There's nothing between those two ears, is there?
This kid here?
Yeah.
Kind of sounds that way. If you're drinking Plasma-Coladas, you might not be the most intelligent person.
After a stretch of time, the kid started feeling like deep-fried ass. He just felt terrible after chugging his own. Then he started puking up blood.
Oh. I bet that was a scene.
Yucky.
His body temperature skyrocketed. His breath was terrible. Just awful.
Pennies.
Yeah. His breath smelled like a minnow bucket filled with pennies. In the hospital, he told the doctors that he had watched a social media video that encouraged people to chug their own blood. God help us all. The truth is, it says here, Cubby, the human stomach isn't designed to digest or process blood. That's what it says in front of me. I don't.
Only if you're a vampire.
I don't know these things.
Yeah, a little bit, you know. The small doses is probably good.
Good.
That's how we will lure him. Blood. What movie? Now I forgot the name of the movie, Josh. It's one of my favorites.
Was it Unforgiven?
No, when they're going to kill the bear, for Christ's sake.
Oh, The Edge?
The Edge. That's how they're going to lure him. Blood! At any rate, yeah, this is terrible. This kid got very sick.
No more social media for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just take away his internet connection for a little bit. Doctors, I bet the number one emoji they use between friends has to be the facepalm emoji for things like this.
Absolutely.
I wonder nowadays how many times somebody comes in and does something stupid they learned on TikTok or social media.
So I think I just said out loud, the human stomach isn't able to process blood. They mean any blood, right? I don't remember if I said just your own or anybody's blood. It must mean anybody's.
Yeah, if it says blood.
Probably.
Okay. Because the reason I was asking, and I threw the story away. I could check it again, but I already put it in. Ashley, people should know this. Not only is this my garbage can right here, but it's also Ashley's spitter.
Yeah, uh-huh.
It's where she spits.
I make a mess.
Shoe. If I ever throw a story away, I can't really reach in and get it because Ashley spits in this trash can. When we were young, a friend of mine just carved a brand new vagina into the palm of his hand. I think when he was cutting up fruit for a drink, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put limes and
Little
lemons.
sangria.
Right. He cut right across his fingers like so, Josh, and blood was spraying out. And a gal at this party put his finger into her mouth.
Oh.
That's my kind of girl right there.
Yuck.
And was like,
that would terrify me more than slicing my hand open.
yeah.
I like it.
I'll never forget the sight of her yap wrapped around his index finger and just
Worst paramedic ever.
ah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I wonder how she turned out later. You know what I mean? Party was over. I didn't ask any questions, but now years later, I wonder if she became terribly sick from that.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
Ashley loves blood.
Yeah.
She's turned on by the sight of it. She's mentioned this on the radio. Have you ever consumed blood?
Yeah. I mean, not like, pour me a glass of that blood.
Well, but what do you mean, though?
Not like, kind of like that girl that you just told a story about.
Was this
like,
intentional?
Other people, yeah.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
The
always.
cut was on purpose for this purpose.
What did you do?
Yes.
What did you do? You cut somebody
Cut and lick.
during a sexual thing?
Oh, I'm about to throw
slicey
up.
Slice. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while, though.
Cut
Good.
Cut and lick, she said. And dude was willing to let you just
Yeah.
shred
oh,
him.
yeah.
Whatever happened to missionary?
Yeah.
Why did that fall out of style?
Man.
Jeez,
It's coming
Louise.
back.
Cut and what you said.
What did you use for the cutting?
A little knife. Well, yeah, never got too creative. I should have used a sword or something cool.
Where
A
did
dagger.
you cut this
Honey,
poor
where's our
bastard?
sex knife?
Like the,
Yeah,
The torso area.
Torso.
My goodness. Did it leave a scar?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that. I wonder if
She was just a one-night stand?
Something like that. That was like the only.
I was joking.
Oh yeah.
You cut. Not only did you cut and lick the blood off of somebody, but it was a one-night stand.
It was like a couple times, but it's not like we planned on dating or anything.
I'll tell you what, if I was ever cut by a lady, and that it would be a one-night stand. I'm not going back to that.
He was like super geeked about it. I don't know.
I would imagine that if you're cutting and blood licking, this is someone that you've become very, very familiar with for a long period of time. So this guy went to the bar the next day, sat with his buddies and said, "You're not going to believe this right here."
I know. I do think about that.
I'm going to consume this stranger blood who could be infected with anything. But you better wear a condom, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Wow, that was a different time.
God, damn.
I haven't thought about it in so long. That is kind of strange.
I mean,
that
we've
he'd
done-
be down for that.
We've all done some awful things with strangers. Just awful things. Unthinkable. Where you wake up the next day, oh God, oh! You wake up terrified. What have I done? What did I do? But I've never cut and licked somebody's blood, I'll tell you that.
Boy, in a few years, I'm just picturing sitting in front of the TV with my wife, watching Dateline, going, I used to work with that girl. I know her.
Let me ask you, Ashley.
She's innocent.
Now that you've said everything, did he cut you?
No.
You wouldn't allow that. Did he cut himself, or
Did he
did you
cut
do
himself?
I did the cutting.
Oh, my God.
Trying to think.
Do
did
you
he-
think
No.
maybe now he is a killer?
Maybe I started like a fetish for it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm like into this.
Maybe he's a killer on the loose.
Hope he's doing good wherever he is.
Oh, God.
Actually, no, he was a D-bag. Hope he's doing bad.
He'll always remember you. He just has to look down.
I know. I wondered, like,
Look at his
does he
torso.
have scars? Did he get a girlfriend? And his girlfriend was like, what is this?
Yeah, good point. What's she going to think?
All right, Josh. You're the one that wanted to hire her.
For this very reason.
She's your freaking problem now.
That's good stuff.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
The final play of the regular season for the final spot in the playoffs. Tyler Luke from 44. Snap good. Holden. The kick is no good. It is wide right. And the Steelers are the champions of the North.
All right, so the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to participate in the playoffs, not the Baltimore Ravens.
That's too bad.
I'll try to remember that. Poor kid missed a field goal there as time expired. Baltimore's kicker. Yeah, he missed the sumbitch to the right, so the Steelers won by 2. Rookie kicker.
He's having a bad Monday.
Feels like
Yeah.
garbage.
Oh, yeah. Did you see him afterwards? He was miserable, as you can imagine.
Tough gig,
He
Cubby.
hadn't missed one under 50 all year long.
Tough gig.
Yeah, that is a tough gig, and you kind of said it. It's like if you win the game, you're the hero, and at a time like this, you feel worse than anybody in football. I can't even imagine that pressure.
He's calling up Blair Walsh for advice.
Yeah, they're a different breed.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've been a pain in my ass since I was a little kid. Just a pain in my ass. The JV Vikings played the JV Packers yesterday. It goes into the record books as a real game,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
even though it wasn't. Huh?
I attended.
Oh.
I attended the game.
Oh, that's right.
It's
You
pretty
got your
cool.
husband tickets for Christmas.
Yeah, I bought them in October though. So before I knew
Yeah.
the Vikings this season.
You thought maybe it would be some dramatic do or die, like what happened with the Steelers and the Ravens. And,
Yeah.
and I mean, nice idea.
Yeah, I tried.
Came back to haunt you when
Yeah.
you saw all those.
And you realized you couldn't sell them for any type of money, so you're like, oh, might as well go.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was
Bunch of
so
thirds.
many people there. Like it was, you would think that both of the teams were in, like it was a do or die game.
It was
It's always attended well, but I'm sure with the the prices that plummeted, that made it a little easier, right?
Yeah.
A preseason game in January is what you got to see.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was described yesterday.
Timberwolves murdered the Washington Wizards last night. Beat the living hell out of them, up and down. The Pigs play a hockey game in the middle of the damn night tonight.
Ugh.
Playing at the Los Angeles Kings at 9:45. This is the second of a back-to-back kind of a thing they got going with the LA Kings. They lost in one of those silly shootouts Saturday night against Los Angeles. Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder should be joining us here in about a half hour. Josh has some more news for you coming up next.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Happy New Year, podcast pals. Dana here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag, I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
It's almost as if the suspect was stalking them in a sense. He looks like he's staring at the child. As the family walks by, they don't even know who he is.
A father rushed into action after a man tried to kidnap his child from a stroller while they shopped at an Oregon Walmart a few days before Christmas. The encounter unfolded shortly before 8 p.m. December 21st inside the store, about 25 miles west of Portland, where deputies say the suspect focused on the family as they moved through the aisles. As the man reached for the child, the father intervened, blocking the attempt and grappling with the would-be kidnapper as the situation escalated. During that struggle, deputies say the suspect produced a knife, only to drop it moments later before fleeing the scene in the Jeep, leaving the father with minor injuries in the aftermath.
He's trying to steal somebody, baby?
Yeah.
That is bold. Like, hey, that kid you have right there, I'm going to take him.
Last-minute gift right before the holidays there.
Who the hell wants somebody else's baby?
Well, they're worth the most as a baby. As a teenager, nobody wants them. Investigators later identified the suspect as a 37-year-old who was taken into custody.
Troubled individual, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would think so. A 31-year-old Idaho man was arrested in Washington after he tried to kidnap an 11-year-old girl, and the attempt ended when she kicked him in the genitals and escaped.
Kicked him in the ding-ding.
Police in Vancouver, Washington were dispatched to suspicious circumstances December 15th after a caller reported a masked man tried to grab an 11-year-old girl, adding that the girl kicked him in the nuts before breaking free and running off. Officers later identified that man as 31-year-old Jerson Hartman and learned that the girl had been playing soccer with friends when she separated from the group and crossed paths with the perv. He began walking toward her in a way that made her uncomfortable before grabbing the little girl's arm and saying, "Come here, little girl."
What?
Police said Hartman also took the 11-year-old's cell phone from her hand, but she managed to slip his grip and start screaming she was being kidnapped, drawing attention to his crime with no idea the dire destiny that awaited his D. As she was screaming, Hartman told her to shut up, not expecting that the tough-as-nails girl was ready to launch a powerful prick kick. The girl karate kicked the creep in the crotch, snatched her cell phone back, and began running to a friend's apartment where 911 was called.
Quick thinking, her mom must have taught her you just kick them where it counts and run like crazy.
All girls are taught that, aren't they, Ashley?
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. Go for the nuts.
My mom also told me to fight as hard as you can because it's better than whatever they're going to do to you.
Yeah, you never get in the car,
Yep.
no matter what. You're right. Hartman was taken into custody shortly afterward, and police said he was found in possession of methamphetamine at the time of his arrest.
Oh.
If convicted, he could face life in prison. Hopefully they do convict him.
What a
She got him.
scumbag.
She got him
Yeah.
right in the pills.
That's got to feel pretty good for her, though.
Yeah, right in the stop buttons there. Yeah, he's going to knock a guy to his knees.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you guys are having much experience, but getting hit in the balls hurts pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not good. An Illinois woman who apparently hates bedtimes ignited a one-person campaign against flat-pack furniture, setting multiple cribs on fire inside a Walmart packed with patrons, and nobody knows why. On New Year's Eve, she celebrated at 7:20 p.m. By entering the Walmart in Woodstock, heading to the camping equipment aisle. The 21-year-old removed a can of camping fuel, put it in a shopping cart, and moved on to the baby section. She then returned to the camping aisle, grabbed a second can of camping fuel, and returned to where she left the cart, all captured by surveillance footage. For reasons unknown, she doused multiple cribs with the fuel, set them on fire, and left the store. Despite there being a full store of customers when this arson was committed, we are grateful for the swift actions of Walmart staff, the fire department said. Cops tracked Adolin down and arrested her for aggravated arson. Turned out she had a pending arson charge in Colorado already and was out on supervised release.
One of those pyromaniacs.
Sounds that way. The Walmart fire cost more than $5 million in damage to merchandise and the store.
What?
She's a big bed-sharing advocate. That's what it is.
She likes that?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Recommend against that?
Yeah.
You burn up some cribs and it totals $5 million?
Not in cribs, but in the store.
Oh, the whole joint burned down.
Everything kept going.
Jeez, girl.
She's scheduled to return to court on Wednesday.
For a second there, I thought, my God, you parents have it rough.
They are expensive, but not that expensive.
A few cribs turned to ash, and $5 million is the price tag. All right, there you go.
A Utah man's desperation became combustible after he tried an unorthodox version of Lost and Found, shattering windows and splashing fuel across multiple apartment complexes to create a scene in order for police to help him find his dog. Cops were dispatched just after 4 a.m. following a report of a man vandalizing several apartment complexes, a call that led officers to discover multiple shattered windows along with damage to a water fountain, several vehicles and decorations and other items scattered throughout the lobby, with an open can of fuel sitting on the counter of the lobby desk. Police located 29-year-old Jonah Singer on the second floor of one of the buildings and took him into custody. At first, he said he didn't know why he broke the windows. Later, the explanation arrived. He told officers his dog had been stolen and he needed to make a scene to get emergency response to locate the animal.
Well, he got that done.
Yeah, he did. They showed up.
Is he banging that dog?
I don't know. They do seem awful close.
Uh-oh.
Maybe the dog just left and wasn't stolen. I'm not sure. Asked about the fuel discovered in the lobby, he said it was part of making the scene. When officers pressed further and asked whether fuel had been poured anywhere else during his arson-adjacent plea for assistance, he said he had poured fuel up a stairwell and another apartment complex as well. Police went to that location and found fuel spread throughout all 7 floors inside the building, where officers also observed multiple vehicles with damaged windows.
Jeez.
Did he find that dog?
Didn't say.
I hope not.
Or if there really was a dog. I mean, he might have made the whole thing up.
Maybe there was no dog.
Bloomington police arrested a big dummy who punched a woman in the back of the head as part of a TikTok challenge. And always known for speaking his mind, Chief Booker Hodges wasn't having it.
TikTok challenge gone wrong, man. You TikTok in Bloomington, you punch people in the back of the head, we locked you up. So we locked him up.
On December 16th, an individual already carrying 2 warrants decided to chase online attention at someone else's expense. The chosen challenge involves striking an unsuspecting person from behind. Chief Booker Hodges didn't mince words. Don't come to Bloomington and do your idiotic TikTok challenges, especially ones that are trying to hurt others, Hodges said.
He had me at don't come to Bloomington.
Police say the suspect was not only swinging, but also recording, carrying a microphone to vlog the encounter. That detail gave Hodges an opening, and he took the stage.
Can you hear me? If you come to Bloomington and you do a stupid TikTok challenge like punching somebody in the back of the head, we're going to lock you up. I got a microphone, too.
The 18-year-old suspect was booked into the Hennepin County Jail. What a dope.
Yeah. Is that one of your Facebook friends, Dana?
What's that? No.
Are you even on Facebook?
You don't know
Is
that guy?
Facebook cool anymore?
Facebook's long stopped being cool. I'm still on it, but I don't really post or check it that often.
You don't do too
Where
much?
Where do you go now?
I don't really do much of any social media anymore.
What?
Yeah. I tweet occasionally. I'll put something on an Instagram story occasionally, but that's about it.
Is something wrong?
No, it just kind of ran its course. It was fun for a while. It's no longer fun. So
You were always on it for a long time.
Oh, big time. I used to be obsessed with Twitter, but now Twitter is kind of like that sad mall that most of the stores are closed. You know, they got a couple cell phone kiosks, maybe a Cinnabon, a couple
Definitely
hat
a
stores.
Spirit Halloween.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of how Twitter has become these days.
That's a great way to put it, Dana.
Does Elon Musk give you a call like, what's up, man? Where have you been? We miss you.
Come on, man. We need you.
Well, when are we going to, Josh, is there going to be some kind of an announcement when TikTok has a winner of this head punch contest?
I don't know. Are they, I mean, it's a challenge. Are there awards for, maybe if you go to jail, you get some extra points like this particular dummy?
Who's the winner?
And these challenges that are seemingly getting less and less creative.
Yeah, it's just dumb. Go
punch somebody? Come on, at least put some thought into it.
Right.
Well,
wait till her back is turned and with great courage punch her, give her a rabbit punch.
Mm-hmm.
You social media people, give us a heads up when a winner of that challenge is decided.
Dunkin' Donuts, acceptable. Dunkin' 6-year-olds, less so. That distinction proved costly for a Florida woman whose poolside policing at a fancy resort earned her several nights behind bars. 36-year-old Tiffany Griffith was staying at the Gaylord Palms Resort in Kissimmee when a pool turned prickly. One of Griffith's children got tangled in an aggressive splashing bout with another boy. When she saw her son pushed over, she sought revenge. She got into the pool, confronted the other child, raised her voice, set both hands on his shoulders, and pressed the little bastard beneath the surface of the water for several seconds. Police said the boy got out of the pool, went to find his parents while suffering a nosebleed. Griffith then turned her attention to the boy's parents, yelling at them before leaving the pool area. Once arrested, she tried something to smooth things over by informing officers she was a former cop, which was true. In fact, she previously worked for the Punta Gorda Police Department as a school resource officer, where she would teach kids about the harms of bullying. Obviously, someone who didn't pay attention to her own lectures, and her attempt at pulling the former cop card didn't work because police took her into custody. In court, her defense attorney suggested the nosebleed might not have been her doing. The judge didn't take the bait, though, responding, "So you don't think that placing both hands on his shoulders, forcibly submerging him underwater, and holding him underwater is sufficient to assume that maybe that caused the nosebleed?" And after that exchange, the attorney backpedaled, telling the judge, "I withdraw my argument, I guess." Griffith was charged with aggravated child abuse.
One of those helicopter parents.
Oh, yeah.
That's the term I hear.
Yep.
And she's not the only one. Lest anyone think this was the only Florida story with misguided mothering, the pattern resurfaced with a Midwest accent. A Minnesota woman is facing a child abuse charge in South Florida after deputies said she tackled a teenager who she thought had been part of a group attacking her sons at a Miami-bound Carnival cruise, but it turned out to be a case of mistaken identity. She tackled the wrong kid. Deputies arrested a 38-year-old St. Paul woman after the Carnival Conquest docked at Port Miami. Deputies said she became extremely upset when learning her sons had been attacked and was speaking to a security guard when she saw a group of kids running. She thought one of those kids running was someone who hit her sons. Suddenly, she bolted from security, jumped on top of the victim, and grabbed him by his collar. The boy later told deputies he was randomly walking down the hallway and began running after seeing a crowd running for safety, and of course he feared something was going on. During the process of running, the victim said the enraged Minnesota mother ran up to him from the back, tackling him to the floor and grabbing him by his collar and pulling him up, which is a foul in the NFL. According to the report, she admitted she ran up to the victim and accidentally fell on top of him, but did call him a little MFer.
Yeah.
Deputy said the victim heard the woman calling her children to attack him before she told security officers. "This is one of the kids who attacked my son," she wrongly said, soon learning that it was not one of the kids who attacked her son, not even close. He had nothing to do with it at all. The mom later admitted she got the kids who hit her 2 sons mistaken for the victim, and once she realized what she was doing wrong, she got up and walked away as if nothing had happened. A judge found probable cause for child abuse charges.
Well, she made herself out to be an enormous jackhole.
Yeah, I think you might want to double-check that. Maybe ask your kids, is that one of them?
Tackling
And she's
kids.
already talking to security. Maybe have them handle it. A Miami mother is accused of shooting her son on Christmas Day outside a popular restaurant because he was being disrespectful. She taught him a lesson about disrespect that day. According to police, 50-year-old Rosita Smith and her son were inside a Red Rooster for brunch when Smith became upset and accused her son of acting disrespectful toward her and other family members. By about 3 p.m., the dispute migrated from eggs and etiquette to the Red Rooster parking lot. Again, Smith's chief complaint remained disrespect, a charge that lost much of its authority once she escorted the family argument into gunfire, firing a single shot into her son's thigh, narrowly missing his Red Rooster. When officers arrived, they discovered the disrespectful son bleeding on the ground and the trigger-happy, self-appointed guardian of decorum conspicuously absent. Mom reportedly fled the scene after the shooting, though police were able to track her down later that day.
She made a run for it, huh?
Yeah, she took off.
A lot of folks love that song and dance, don't they, Cubby? That disrespect, lack of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Respect their authority.
It's been a thing for a long, long time.
Usually doesn't escalate to the point where you're shooting someone.
No,
hopefully.
no, not.
Shooting your son.
Yeah, exactly.
But a lot of people love that bit.
Customers shopping at a Texas grocery store received an unexpected holiday surprise when a routine trip for groceries turned into a moment they were unlikely to forget. At an H-E-B location, the store's system suddenly went down, leaving registers unusable and lines at a standstill as shoppers waited with full carts, uncertain of what would happen next. Rather than turning customers away, however, or asking them to abandon their purchases, the store made a different decision, allowing everyone already in line to take their groceries home at no cost.
Awesome.
An employee addressed the waiting customers, explaining the situation and announcing the unexpected gift.
Unfortunately, the computers are not coming back up right now. So today, everything that you have, we're going to bag you up, and we hope every one of you have a very Merry Christmas.
H-E-B later confirmed the details in a statement emphasizing its focus on customers during the holiday season. During this busy season, when our registers were temporarily down at our store, we gave all those with full baskets their groceries for free. The customer experience is at the heart of what we do. Happy holidays, the store said. In an unexpected twist, that kind gesture caused the store to go out of business.
No.
God, help us.
In a somber note today, a gospel singer and recording artist who stacked up 8 Grammy Award nominations has taken his final bow.
Who's that?
So rest in peace to Dick Smallwood.
Oh, my God.
Passed away from kidney failure at the age of 77.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites.
Dick Smallwood?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rolls off the tongue. St. Denis Medical and Brilliant Minds both return tonight to NBC. Bradley Cooper turns 51 today. Congratulations to the recently married Jake and Kayla from Offended Millennial Jesus, and happy birthday to Ethan and Eli. 6'7" from Karen Rogers is a douche Jesus, and that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
Harrison Smith is going to get a well-deserved ovation as he will come off the field arch. And again, this is what everyone is wondering here in Minneapolis. There's his family up in their luxury box in U.S. Bank Stadium, wondering if this is the end, the final time that they see him in a Vikings uniform.
It's been a real joy to watch his career.
Welcome back to the effing program, Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder.
So great to be back.
Are you feeling good about it, Randy Shaver? You feeling
I feel awesome about it.
Oh, yeah, we do too.
Wow.
We do too.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
When is your next week off?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Can anybody look that up? When do we have time off again?
It's going to be a minute.
Monday the 19th.
What is that?
I'm guessing it's a holiday.
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
That is a holiday,
What
isn't
the
it?
hell? That's not so not so long from now. The Vikings played what was essentially an end-of-the-season junior varsity exhibition game with the Green Bay Packers yesterday. I understand the Vikings junior varsity club won that ball game.
They did.
Well, the Vikings were playing more of their varsity guys than the Packers were.
Oh, by far, yeah.
That is true.
Everybody was.
And that puts a lid on the season, as far as I know. Or is there any scenario that gets them into the playoffs by this weekend?
No.
Time machine? That's about it, I guess.
No.
Unless the
that's it.
Packers franchise ceases to exist before this weekend, then, yeah.
There's nothing that can get them into the playoffs by Saturday?
Nope.
No.
Well, F me. Harrison
All
Smith,
done.
he's wrapping it up, huh?
Yeah.
Sure seems that way.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. I mean,
Likely.
everybody's trying to leave a little bit of, a crack to allow him to come back, but I don't think that's the case. There's nothing that indicates that he or C.J. Ham have decided that they're going to play another year.
They're going to allow the boys to hang on to the keys to the building for a little while longer, just in case they want to come back.
It definitely looked like their last game yesterday.
Yep.
Oh, it was a hell of a season, wasn't it, everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Some parts.
I'm not sure I remember a winning season in Viking history that felt more like a losing season, but,
Exactly.
good for them the way they finished.
Yeah, what did they do? They won a few in a row there towards the end of the season, but that's it. That is friggin' it. And like Dana said a couple weeks ago, I don't need to hear J.J. McCarthy or Kelvin O'Conrad's name said out loud. You got to give me some time on that. I don't need to hear either one of those guys' names for effing 3-4 months.
I'll bet you'll be hearing a lot of J.J. McCarthy's
Unfortunately. That taunting penalty he got in the first quarter was so embarrassing.
Well, he didn't.
That's
9
funny.
got that. But yeah, you're right. That was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
9 got it.
I liked it.
Get in the guy's face like he's had a season where he should be getting in a guy's face over.
The poor guy from the Packers is like, man, I haven't played all year. Ease up, man.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. It made me think of what Nick says all the time. Like,
What's that?
let's be dicks.
I just thought he looked like a kid
Well,
out
it was
there
a
being
good
stupid.
It was a good play up until then.
Yeah, go back to the huddle.
Nice stiff arm and everything, but yeah. That was
And then
silly.
he can't even finish the game.
Right.
What happened?
He got injured.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He took
or
himself
aggravated an injury, one of the two.
Yeah, he took himself out of the game.
It's almost like somebody told everyone months ago that this kid was unproven and injury prone. It
Felt
seems
like that, right?
I didn't watch the game. Why would I? But I did see the highlight of him coming off all tough after running a second-string defensive back out of bounds, and he does the sit down, punk.
I know.
Ashley, I love the "Let's Be Dicks" motto, but there's a time and a place for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What a dildo.
I used this word a couple months ago describing J.J. McCarthy. It was the first thing that came to mind after that taunting penalty. Just a spaz.
Spaz.
Yeah. Dude's just a spaz.
I remember when you called him a spaz. I didn't get it at first. Now I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, you saw a little bit more, and you're like, yeah, he might be onto something there.
That was embarrassing. That was the one highlight I watched. Now, the Green Bay Packers are getting called out for attempting what folks are naming the saddest field goal ever.
That was pretty petty.
Well, they didn't want to be skunked.
I know, yeah.
yeah.
1 second left. When it was like down to 3, I thought, hey, maybe they're just going to run this thing out. And then with 1 second left, the guy calls the timeout.
I think LaFleur realized with about 4 or 5 seconds left, I don't want to get shut out. So he ran down the sidelines and called a timeout. I think he didn't really I'm not even sure that they were going to kick a field goal. That really wasn't their plan, I don't think. But I think he realized, I don't want to get shut out here, so let's get some points.
There was 1 second left on the clock. Packers called a timeout in order to kick a 24-yard field goal as time expired.
Would have been great if he missed.
Can you imagine?
All it did was turn a 16-0 loss into a 16-3 loss. Many were quick to point out the point spread.
Oh,
Wait, gamblers were upset.
No, I don't. Yeah, the Vikings weren't favored by more than 13, were they?
13.5.
No, they weren't.
That's what it says here. I don't know, Brad. It was a JV game. Don't etch any of this.
I don't know. That just seems like a wide margin for a point spread when the Vikings weren't playing their starters either.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. It had anything to do with the point spread.
No.
Either they just didn't want to get shut out, or hang on a second. Give me a minute. What the hell was it? Chauncey Billups made a telephone call. Chauncey and his gang.
From his jail cell?
Yeah. What? You can still run things from a jail cell. I've watched a lot of gangster movies.
Mm-hmm.
Chauncey and his gang might have had something to do with that last-second field goal. We played the audio earlier. Josh had the dramatic audio. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go to the playoffs, not the Baltimore Ravens.
That was a crazy
of the regular season for the final spot in the playoffs. Tyler Luke from 44. Snap good. Holden. The kick is no good. It is wide right. And the Steelers are the champions of the North.
Oh, Mike Tirico wetting himself there.
It was a crazy game, though.
Yeah, I regret not saying
that got Pittsburgh's kicker off the hook, too.
Oh, yeah, he missed an extra point? Is
Yeah,
that
he missed the extra point. Otherwise, they were kicking for a tie. It just, the fourth quarter of that game was so crazy that neither team could stop each other, and the plays were over 50 yards. It was just, it was such a great finish to that game. It was just so much fun to watch.
So there was a do or die.
No, I was just going to say, it's almost like both offensive coordinators just emptied the trash can. They're like, we're throwing everything out there right now because we've got to score. It was back and forth, yeah.
Do or die ball game between those two ball clubs last night, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. The Steelers won by 2. Ravens rookie kicker Tyler Loop. Snoop-a-Loop, I wonder if they call him in the locker room. Tyler Loop missed a 44-yard field goal that would have won the game for the Ravens. Oh, and now, of course, he and his wife are being harassed on social media by cowardly pissbags.
Come on.
That was another story I read is the pissbags have turned on him now, and they're threatening him and his wife. And
going after the wife is just such a coward move.
I'm with you on that.
44-yard field goal, he missed it off to the right skis.
You get at least one more week of hearing about Aaron Rodgers, Nick.
Yeah, before he comes to Minnesota next season.
That's
right.
The first part of what was brought up, just hearing the name Karen Rodgers, Brad's right. That displeases me. Unless it's a conversation about him playing football here in town.
That'd be so much fun.
Cubby?
That might happen.
That pleases me.
I think I sent you an article on that. People are speculating they might bring him in.
Good.
That would be insane.
Well, we went through it last offseason. I got all excited about it.
Yeah, I know you did.
They let you down.
Well, the Vikings would probably be playing this weekend if they had done it.
That's exactly true.
Absolutely. No question about it.
No question about it. Ain't no question about that.
That's right, Jerry.
All right, so now we know who's playing who in the playoff. I'm going to give you the rundown. Starts on Saturday. In the playoff. Let's start with the American Football Conference. The Denver Broncos get a bye because they had the best record in the conference. There they go, the Denver Broncos, whoever they are. Haven't seen them play all year long. Couldn't tell you one swinging D on the roster. I know their coach. I love their coach. Sean Payton, one of my favorite people in the whole world. The Denver Broncos get a bye. Here's who plays. Patriots, Chargers. Jaguars, Bills. Steelers, Texans. Anything you'd like to add to that?
I think they're all really good matchups. I think that Chargers Patriots game super interesting because the Patriots earned the 2 seed. They're at home. Drake Mace had an MVP season, but I think the Chargers are very capable of pulling off an upset. So, I mean, there's some real intrigue in a lot of these matches. I love the fact that the Steelers will get the Texans, a great defense in Houston, going up against Rodgers. That's a great chess match in that game. So, I think the matchups in both leagues, the Eagles are so interesting. They rested their guys when they had a chance to earn the 2 seed.
Yeah.
And the Bears ended up getting it even though they lost 2. So
let me give you that National Football Conference
Philadelphia
rundown.
easily could have been the 2 seed if they wanted to be.
Starting Saturday. Okay, the Seattle Sea Ducks get a bye, and I've got something on the Sea Ducks.
Sam Darnold, man.
The Bears play the Packers. The Eagles play the 49ers. Panthers, Ram.
I mean, again, San Francisco is going to, or the Eagles have to play the 49ers. That's just not to me, that's not a good matchup for them. They didn't have to face the 49ers.
Right.
They could have had a better outcome, but I would have rather played the Packers. The Packers right now are a mess.
The Packers are favored against the Bears.
The key.
Yeah. They are not.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Chicago?
Point and a
Yes,
half.
point and a
They're favored
half.
by a point and a half, yeah. The key to that 49ers game is if Trent Williams is going to play their offensive lineman, because they are a completely different team when he is not in the game. I mean, that showed in that Thursday night game they played against Seattle
they're
the
so
other night.
banged up. They
just
lost
could
a
not-
bunch of guys the other night, too. So
Somebody said
and
Sam.
the Eagles
yes.
might know that.
Someone said something about Sam Darnold a minute ago.
I
Absolutely
did,
hilarious how well he and the Seattle Sea Ducks have done this
played
season.
so well.
Friggin' hilarious.
They're going to be very, very hard to beat there.
Their defense is
At home.
amazing.
Meanwhile, as we all know, the Vikings have been a full-on goat orgy at the quarterback position this season. But that's what happens when your troubled head coach is in lust with an unproven and injury-prone. Anyway, Sam Darnold is now just the second quarterback in NFL history to post back-to-back 14-win seasons. The only other feller to go ahead with that was the
Tom
lunatic.
Brady. Yep.
The lunatic and Sam Darnold.
When he wins the Super Bowl MVP, is he going to go KG on the bit and dedicate the win to Minnesota?
I don't think he was that emotionally tied here.
No.
Oh, who knows if he'll turn on us, Brad Ryder.
I do wonder if Vikings fans, if they're being honest, are rooting for the guy or they want him just to fail miserably and so they can say...
I 100% am rooting for him.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Sam
And it's not because I'm not being vindictive. I just like the fact that he's come from where he came from.
Yeah, I agree.
He turned his career around in a huge way.
Yeah.
Well, here's where he proves himself, right?
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Because the friggin' label on the guy his whole career has been, he puts up some numbers, he wins ball games, but in the playoff, he wets the bed.
Well, that game they won against San Francisco the other night, I would classify as a huge win on the road. That was a big-time game that he showed up for.
For sure. And I think there's really a great chance they'll end up playing the Rams in the
Second
next
round.
round. And that's the team that, he completely goat rodeoed last year when he was with the Vikings. So there's a lot of interesting subplots to, Sam Darnold's next game, potentially. So
Cleveland Browns defensive end, Mrs. Garrett. What the hell's his first name?
Miles?
Miles Garrett.
Mrs. Garrett.
Mrs. Garrett was
from different strokes.
Facts of Life, and she started on
Facts
Different
of Life,
Strokes.
you're right. Yeah.
Played by the hell was her name? Boy, she was an actress in Hollywood for hundreds of years. Who played Mrs. Garrett on Different Strokes and the Facts of Life, Josh?
Was it Edna Garrett? No, that was the character.
Her character was Edna Garrett.
Charlotte Ray.
Oh, that's huge on your part.
Charlotte Ray, I think.
Cleveland Browns.
Yes, Charlotte Ray.
Cleveland Browns defensive end Charlotte Ray recorded his 23rd sack of the season yesterday, breaking the NFL's single-season sack record. He broke the record held by Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt. 23 sacks in the season, you guys.
Yeah.
And Strahan had it with a little bit of assist from Brett Favre, too.
He did.
Who basically laid down on that play to let him get sacked.
Burrows kind of went down a little bit easier yesterday, too, on that play, but I think it was he's still legit. But
Dana, were you trying to paint a negative picture to my old karaoke partner, Michael Strahan?
I know you guys are tight, so I was hesitant to bring it up.
Dana just likes to tell it how it is.
Yeah.
My
Just get
old
raw.
live karaoke partner. Me and Michael Strahan. 1900 and 2001 or something like that. The New York Jets.
Amazing.
They're so hilariously bad.
Oh, my God.
To let Mitch Trubisky put up the numbers that he did yesterday.
Says here, what happened yesterday with the New York Jets?
Well, I mean, they finished the season with another terrible loss. But that stat, which I'm sure you're going to read, is the most amazing stat of the entire football season for me.
They're the first NFL team ever to end the season with 0 interceptions.
In a 17-game season.
17 games.
Yeah, you figure a ball gets tipped at some point.
0.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can try to do that.
That's just absolutely astounding.
Well, I watched a New York Jet game a few weeks ago. Guy had a sure interception cruising right at him, but he got his thumb stuck in the ear hole in his helmet.
That's happened before.
No,
easy to do.
It's very possible.
How'd you like
Even
to be
with the newfangled helmets.
How'd you like to be the defensive backs coach today going in for your job evaluation?
Oh, yeah, that's a tough end of season review.
You didn't get one?
Let's see now.
And Aaron Glenn's going to keep his job, which is amazing.
Not a one. Tell us about when you thumbed yourself playing high school football in the mid-'70s, Randy.
I'm not going down that path.
You were a defensive back.
Yes.
Your opposition threw the ball once or twice a season in that time period in the 70s. I know. I played in the 80s. No one ever threw the football. But at one point or another, you had a sure interception to win the ball game for your garbage high school football team. But you got one of your thumbs caught in the ear hole of your helmet, correct?
It happens.
It does happen.
It happens. And for you to assume that it doesn't is wrong.
Wrong.
So naive.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Josh.
The Las Vegas Raiders are going to gas Pete Carroll. The Cleveland Browns are going to fire Kevin Stefanski. The Atlanta Falcons have already fired Raheem Morris. These are head coaches, everybody, head coaches.
Is today called Black Monday?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Today's the
Locker clean-out day.
God dang. Those guys will be looking for work, apparently. All right, we've been on. Yes, Randy?
I was just going to say, and the Giants will be looking for a new head coach. You know, they fired their guy halfway through the season. So that clock is ticking now on finding a new coach. So,
all right, we haven't broadcasted for a few days. So tell me if anything has radically changed with this particular story. I think I stumbled upon it a few days ago. New England Patriots wide receiver Stephon Diggs was arrested and accused of strangling and slapping his personal chef.
Dealing with everything, definitely an open case, so I can't even say anything about it. I will be open to any football questions, anything you want to know. I don't want to be rude or, disrespectful in any way. So if anybody asks me a question that's pertaining to it, I'm obviously just give you a look. Y'all kind of know me at this point.
That's what's his nuts?
Stephon Diggs.
Nobody has any football questions, dude. Everybody just wants to know what's going on.
Seriously.
Did he play football yesterday?
He did.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that was after the game. He doesn't want to talk about this case. Accused of strangling and slapping his personal chef. So interrupt me if anything's changed on any of these alleged details. I didn't see any updates on this. The chef lady, okay, she lives with the sumbitch. She's been living with him for a stretch of time. Makes his meals and whatnot. Must be nice. She says he upped and slapped her and choked her until she began blacking out. This was back on December 2nd. And then Mark Sanchez walks in.
What?
He wasn't involved.
No.
He was drunk and he was holding a knife.
Oh. We know what happens when he's drunk and holding a knife.
Nothing good.
That part, no. Sanchez didn't show up. Stephon Diggs has denied the allegations. The New England Patriots support him. We support Stephon, they said. Stephon's lawyers have said this is simply a money grab, or a dispute over money, I should say.
That can be sketchy as like an organization backing up somebody and you don't really know.
Well, they probably... Brad Ryder, you work behind closed doors. Is the team always going to support that player? I can't remember past allegations against past players, even though we hear about them all the time. Is it fairly common for the team to step up and say they support a player without any information?
Typically, a team will put out a statement saying a little bit more vague and a little bit more neutral, like we're
gathering information.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
And we'll have more to say when the time is appropriate. That's
right.
But here's the thing:
basically what most teams say.
If they were 6-11, they probably would have suspended the guy. The fact that he's still playing is because they're the 2 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, I don't know.
They must have some sort of information behind the scenes to give them that level of support in a statement. You know what I mean? Like they must know something that it has not come out yet for them to go out a little bit further than most teams would.
And he wasn't investigated by the NFL because, I mean, look at DK Metcalf. He missed the last 2 games for the Steelers through the NFL. He was suspended for that incident with the fan. So from my understanding, Diggs was not investigated by the NFL for this, or maybe I missed it, but he played while Metcalf has been out for the last 2 weeks.
Let me tell you the whole friggin' story. It's a hell of a story, in case you haven't heard it. So this chef, it's a lady. She lives with Stephon Diggs. She claims she confronted him about her pay back on December 2nd. And Diggs allegedly flew into a rage when she asked him about her money. Just for the record, he's 6 foot, 180 pounds. She's 4'11".
Whoa.
Oh, wow. She's
180 pounds. I'm kidding. 130.
Well, I don't know. She's a chef. I don't like my chefs to be too skinny.
That's a good. I never considered that.
Huh?
Good point.
She's 4'11", 260. He's 6 foot, 100. No, she's a tiny little number. She says, dude flew into a rage and smacked her across her face, and he choked her with an old school sleeper hold. She's tapping. She said she was feeling like she was going to fall out cold, and then he chucked her onto a bed. She also alleges that he sent her some nasty text messages. I won't be paying you, shh, is one of the messages she claimed she got from Stephon Diggs.
I read that allegedly when he tossed her on the bed afterwards. He said, thought so.
Oh.
Like, oh.
What a tough guy.
Yeah, right?
She claims he texted at one point or another and said, I don't got to do a mother effing thing. Is you high, bitch?
What?
Then the chef claimed that one of Diggs' assistants agreed to pay her what she was owed, but only if she signed a non-disclosure agreement, which she refused.
So is it back money that he owed her? Maybe maybe he was refusing to pay her.
Yeah, it was some amount of money he owed her.
Yeah. God, that happens a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Then she said she got a telephone call from Diggs' girlfriend who left a voicemail urging her not to file charges.
Cardi B?
Cardi B?
Yeah, isn't that his girlfriend?
His baby mama.
What?
Oh, she's a singer or something.
Don't get involved, girl.
Okay, Cardi B left her a message.
Yeah, don't leave a voicemail. That's just a receipt right there.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
According to this chef, Cardi B left her a message saying, you don't need to do all this. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, you're right. Cardi B. Now, this gets good right here, doesn't it, Josh? You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Cardi B recently made some comments on, I believe, social media, directed towards people who criticize her for dating Stephon Diggs and making a baby with him. And she said, this is my favorite quote of the year so far, 20 and 26.
We just started the year, but yes.
This is easily my favorite quote of the year. This is Cardi B allegedly responding to people on social media who think she's making a mistake by dating and having a baby with Stephon Diggs. She said, y'all want me to put my baby back in my
Oh.
Oh, come on.
I've never seen that happen.
No.
I don't
And
think
you watch
it's
a lot of
possible.
weird stuff.
And I watch a lot of weird movies. I've never even heard of that.
What's it do once it's up there?
Can you even do that?
I don't know if you can
no.
do that, Randy Shaver. I've never even heard of it. But she said, y'all want me to put my baby back in my...
I told you I watched just one episode of a show, something Gods, American God. I can't remember what it was, but a lady ate a gentleman that way. And then that's when I decided this isn't a show for me.
Oh.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
I think it was a Star show.
No,
I remember you telling the story
Oh,
about
it's so
Yeah.
disturbing. I couldn't
Sounds
watch
like a
it.
bad dream, Josh.
a lady's...
You know what? Maybe it was.
A lady's brangina.
Yeah, her vagina.
Ate a man?
An entire man, yes.
Oh, wow. She must have been hungry.
Starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Cardib has one more question. Tough question to answer, the first one she asked. Whether or not we want her to put her baby back in her... Her second question is this. Y'all want me to leave my man and F yours?
What?
What?
Why are those the only options?
Okay, do the baby trick. I don't want the other option. I got to see this baby thing happen. Yeah, do the first one.
Yeah, please don't have sex with my husband, Cardi B.
That would be hilarious. Cardi B would destroy your husband, Ashley.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad.
Do y'all want me to leave my man and start effing yours?
A lot of husbands crossing their fingers. Yes, please.
Is she a gorgeous number?
She's attractive.
Yeah.
Somebody texted in, there is more information on this story. This person says, my understanding is the Vikings are closely monitoring the situation.
Oh, my God.
Sure.
The Vikings are monitoring
Yeah, they're
this.
closely monitoring
This
the situation.
situation.
American Gods. Thank you, brother and sister. That is what it was.
Well, speaking of the Vikings and Stephon Diggs, that video of the players getting asked in the locker room for a number of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Which player on the roster would you not want to date your sister? And everybody player immediately said Stephon Diggs.
Oh, that's right.
That always
Brian-
finds its way around to the internet again. I love that video.
Brian Robinson did that video, the former defensive lineman.
Yeah.
And then what was it at the end? They tell Diggs like what everybody said, and he acted like, what?
Right.
That's
That's
not
right.
true.
Barsaw Jesus has an answer for Cardib on about putting the baby back where it came from. Barsaw Jesus simply says this. Put the baby back.
No, I know the kid's a baby, but can you imagine your mom saying something like that?
Oh.
Mom.
What movie, Randy Shaver? Give it to him.
I don't know.
Oh, you know that.
Young Frankenstein.
Put the candle back. I've never even heard of someone putting a baby.
Wow.
Well, they've brought her down to the Final Four in that college football tournament.
Yeah.
Coming up Thursday, the University of Mississippi plays the University of Miami. And then Friday, the University of Oregon faces the University of Indiana. And the winner of those two...
Go Indiana.
The winner of those two games play for the whole damn ball of wax.
Go Indiana.
Oh.
Win the national title.
They looked pretty good the other night, didn't they?
They did. They destroyed Alabama. Absolutely destroyed them. Yeah, and if you follow the transfer portal news, they are getting some really, really good players to commit to them that will be there next year, because obviously they're going to lose some really key players from this team this year. But Indiana is now a destination. How about that? Who would have guessed?
It's unbelievable.
College football, that Indiana is now a destination for some of the best college football players in the country to transfer to. It's amazing.
Hey, a few people have texted in. Apparently, River Falls.
Yes. Did you watch this at all last night, Nick?
I have no idea what anyone's talking about. River Falls has some sort of a football team?
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin River Falls won the Division III national championship last night.
No, I missed it.
They won the Stag Bowl last night. It was on ESPN.
Oh.
So I flipped back and forth and watched some of that last night. That Caleb Blaha, who's their quarterback out of Fridley, was named, I think, the National Player of the Year in Division III. He's such a great player. But that football team, I mean, I don't know the history exactly, but they had like 20 years of losing seasons in a row before they got this thing turned around. And I mean, just had a remarkable season to win the national championship.
All right.
I know a little bit about their athletic department too. Working where I work, I can tell you this: their football coaching staff. You know, you see all these guys on the sideline, and all these staffs are massive now. They only have one full-time paid football coach at that school. That's the head coach. The two coordinators are part-time, and they also teach at the school. Everybody else on that football staff is volunteer.
That's
That's it. They only have one full-time paid football coach at that school, two part-time. The coordinators are part-time, and they teach also. And then the rest of those guys are all volunteers.
And just to put it in perspective, you know, Division III, that's like St. John's, you know, Bethel.
Right. Sure.
That's the level of football that River Falls plays. And if you look at their roster, and I did last night, I would say 65-70% are from Minnesota. So there's a lot of Minnesota kids that are on that football team.
Get her done, River Falls.
Yeah.
Get her friggin' done.
Good for them.
Yep, that's great.
I know this is a few days old, but this was a lot of fun to watch. At the Armed Forces Bowl in Fort Worth, Texas last Friday, a parachuter got caught up in the netting behind a goalpost. New guy in the corner puking his guts out. These were 5 parachuters, jumped from a small plane above the stadium. They were veterans, a veteran parachuting team. They do this all the time. NFL games, college football games. 5 of them jumped out the plane. Only 3 of them landed safely. One of them got caught up in the net behind the goalpost. Some other guy missed the stadium altogether. But everyone was fine.
The guy that got caught up, he fell so hard. I was surprised he didn't get hurt. That looked pretty bad. And he landed on folks. They were okay, too.
Son of a bitch. He forgot all about that netting behind the goalpost.
He'll get you.
Is that video up on our website?
Yes, sir.
If you want to see it, it's there. Yeah, no one got hurt. But what a nightmare. And also hilarious. The Man-Bear Pigs play a hockey game in the middle of the night tonight, playing at the Los Angeles Kings, the second of a back-to-back gimmick they got going. They lost in one of those wacky shootouts Saturday night against the Kings.
Yeah, they're still on this long road trip because of the juniors tournament.
The junior friggin' Finns beat the junior Team USA in the World Junior Tournament quarterfinals a few days ago. She was a 4-3 overtime game. So much for that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of ended with a sad horn. Wah, wah.
Lost to the friggin' Finns?
Yeah.
I remember a Boston newspaper reporter speaking of the 1980 Olympic hockey team, the Miracle on Ice team. Of course, they beat the Russians. The gold medal game was against Finland, and after 2 periods, they were losing. And this Boston reporter had this great quote who said, "You're going to win the greatest game in the history of hockey and then lose the gold medal game to a bunch of friggin' Finns?" So the U.S. junior kids, they got cooked. Canada got beat, too. Last night, was it Chechnya versus Canada, something like that? Canada loses. So the gold medal game, I think, is Sunday. How many people you think end up at the rink for Sweden versus Finland?
Well, in this neck of the woods, you might get a few.
There's a lot of Swedes and Finns around here. You know my trouble that I've had my whole life with friggin' Swedes.
Yeah,
Right. I think in this
But
neck
do
of
they
the woods,
do they
they'll
go all
make
the
it.
way to St. Paul on a Sunday night? And I don't know. I'm interested
Who's
to
playing
see.
in the third place game?
Is the U.S. in the third place?
Is there? I don't even know. Is there a third place?
We got tickets.
Sorry, that was just, that's why I was throwing that out there. Sorry.
It's just too easy, right, Brad? Just too easy.
Yeah, it was.
So now everyone's already talking about the regular Olympics coming
As
up
they
here
should.
in a month, right? A month?
Yep, that's right.
8 pigs will be playing hockey in the Winter Olympics for their respective homelands. Matt Boldy's on Team USA. Jonas Brodin playing for the big stubborn Swedes. Eriksson Ek, how do you say that?
Yeah, it sounds right.
Sorry, I had a gas attack in the middle of saying his name. Eriksson Ek, Swedes. Brock Faber, United States. Old Phil, the goalie, Swedes. Quinn Hughes, United States. Nico Sturm, Germans. Jesper Wallstedt, Swedes. Also making the American team, Jake Gensel, Brock Nelson, Jake Ottinger. Team USA for the women has 8 Minnesotans in the mix. So that's coming up, by God.
Yep, right around the corner. That's the next.
Oh, yeah, Josh just passed me some information. Yeah, Kevin Stefanski's been canned.
Oh, he has?
Yeah. Thank you, Cubby.
Word.
Wow.
Kevin Stefanski canned.
Yeah. He's only 43. You know what? He'll end up a head coach again.
Oh, of course he will.
He'll end up. He's not a bad coach at all.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. But
from Swedes to Germans. I got this text message from an old pal of mine, Ozzy. Ozzy listens every day. We used to play beer league hockey and beer league softball together. He's from friggin' New Ulm. Ozzy is.
He's lived a rough life.
So is NHL Hall of Famer Calvin Portner. A couple of New Ulm guys that I know. I thought you guys would get a kick out of this. Ozzy texted and said, hey, I was wondering if you could mention New Ulm is celebrating 50 years of high school hockey this weekend down there. Friday, they're having an alumni game. There will be no survivors. At least, he says here, he's agreed to play in the New Ulm High School alumni game Friday. 50 years of high school hockey down there. He's agreed to play, but he and others, and Ozzy's no kid, he's in his 50s, they demanded oxygen and a defibrillator to be present.
As they should.
Used to go down there once a year to play in a beer league tournament. Had the time of our lives down there. Kegs of shells out in the parking lot. And there were always chili dogs in the, what do they call it in the business? The community.
Concession stand?
Well, yeah, but there's the blank room.
Community center.
The blank room, the hospitality room. There was always.
Sure.
So can you imagine whipping through 20, 25 shells in a day and all you eat are chili dogs?
Oh.
And then
Sounds awesome.
going out on the ice and
those poor pipes.
trying to make something happen. It got ugly.
I think of baseball when I think of New Ulm. I don't think of hockey.
Yeah, and Brad Ryder, if you've watched some guys, some hockey players from New Ulm, you also think of baseball. I played with those guys. When you watch them play hockey, it makes you think of baseball. Except for Cal.
Something they do before baseball season, is that it?
Yeah.
Gets them in shape for baseball.
Golden Gopher.
I played with a bunch of New Ulm guys. I played with a bunch of New Ulm guys, too, in town team baseball when we got older.
Yeah. They can play baseball.
Yeah.
They are. They're good baseball players. Hockey, they struggle. I had to show them how to do it. Golden Gopher men's basketball team picked up a good-looking road win this past Saturday playing at Northwestern. They play tomorrow night at home.
Go Gophers, Big Ten Network!
They play tomorrow night at home against the disgusting Iowegians. But that was a nice win on Saturday.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got like 3 guys that play the entire game that never leave the court. That's not sustainable through the whole season, but at least for right now, they got a nice win. But man, they got to find over the next year or two, they got to find some depth and get some people in there that can play, because you can't play a whole season with 3 guys that are playing 40 minutes each.
Well, I don't know. They're 19, 20, 21. They can hack it.
Well,
it feels like they're going to play those 2 or 3 guys 38 to 40 minutes nights where they feel like they have a real chance to win, like they did Saturday.
Yeah. Yep.
And it feels like on certain nights where they know they're probably going to get beat by 20 when they go on the road and play at Oregon, for example, then those guys might only play 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Pig Jesus has texted to tell me that the World Junior Championship hockey game is tonight. I thought it was Sunday night.
Yeah, it's tonight.
Sweden, Chechnya, whatever they are.
And there is a third-place game, too.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I'm not joking.
Do we got tickets?
3:30 this afternoon.
I knew that.
3:30 this afternoon.
3:30, that's perfect.
3:30 on a Monday.
Yeah.
Ooh, try getting a seat to that one.
Oh, man. Yeah, if you want to pay for parking, make sure you bring at least $100.
Man.
You should move it to Bloomington Ice Garden. And last night, Anthony Edwards scored a pile of points. The Timberwolves destroyed the Washington Wizards.
As they should.
Yes, as they should.
I'd be A1 from day one.
They beat them up pretty good. They had a bad loss in there.
Oh, yeah, Brooklyn.
Well, no, after Brooklyn.
Oh, they did?
Oh, the Atlanta game.
Well.
Oh, that was terrible.
When he left the floor early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta was just beating the living hell out of the Wolves a couple games ago. Hopefully they're over that. They stomped a team that they should thoroughly stomp last night. And I think they got a game coming up tomorrow night.
Miami at home, I think.
Yeah. Oh, man. There you go. Jesus. Balls, we covered every damn thing.
Nice to be back.
Yeah? I hope you really mean that.
Yeah, he sounded legit this time.
Hey, he sounded more legit than he did when we started the segment.
He sounded genuine this time.
I mean,
well, that's because I'm now awake, Dana. So
yeah,
yes.
Fair enough.
Randy Shaver, if you think we skipped into the building hand in hand,
Yeah.
you're friggin' wrong. I said it right from the get-go. I said, it'd be great to be on vacation forever, but I don't know any other way to pay the bills.
We got a text from Josh in the group chat at about like 3:30 or 3:45, and just saw a text from Josh. I was hoping he was calling to report that the building burned down. And we didn't have to work today.
Yeah, that's the first thing that crosses my mind when I get a text early in the morning. And I'm like, oh, we must not be working today because of some reason. I was like, it's just icy.
Sorry.
It's kind of like working. It's kind of like working construction, and you pray for rain.
Yes.
Yeah. We pray for fire.
Well, it's happened here before, unfortunately.
There's a precedent
a couple times.
I mean, yeah, we weren't exactly thrilled to come back to work, but I mean, now that we're here, it's okay, isn't it, Josh? Is it okay?
It's happening.
I don't mind it at all. I was looking forward to it. Couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited to see you guys.
You know,
and then I sent you a warning, about the. I even had a thought that maybe you guys would see the text and freak out.
What was the text again?
Just warning how icy the parking lot was.
Oh.
Didn't want anybody to fall and kill themselves out there. And then, but I thought right after I sent, I'm like, oh, they're going to think something's terribly wrong.
You know what's really sad is you're telling the truth. You really were so excited to be back today that you couldn't sleep.
Yeah, true story. Got up before me.
You're the best.
My alarm and everything. Somebody's got to be in a good mood around here.
How empty is your home life?
Oh, gee.
Picture the Sarlacc pit from Star Wars. And imagine there's just no bottom to that thing.
And you're
lower than that.
And you are constantly hanging by a thread above the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, you know how
waiting to fall into.
Like in some movies, it's slow motion falling and it never ends. It's kind of like that for me, but worse.
I can believe it. I've met your family.
Because I'm being berated on the way down by family members.
Your family.
I can believe it. All right, you guys. It's been fun. Randy Shaver, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Brad on Wednesday. Okay, thanks, fellers.
You bet.
We'll return here in only a brief few moments here on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Happy New Year, podcast pals. Dana here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag. I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The Half-Ass Morning Show, 93X.
Here's the deal. It's Monday. It's still relatively early in the morning. We're doing our damnedest to get through our first day back after a long vacation. And we dig you for listening up in here. Thanks for listening to the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. You know, I was telling everybody earlier, me and my wife went on over to our neighborhood movie house a few days ago to see a film. We did. And it was exciting for the both of us because as we walked into the joint, we talked about the fact that the movie we chose to see was completely unfamiliar to us. They called the movie Sung Blue. All I knew was that it was about a Neil Diamond tribute act. I saw 1 second of a preview on television, just a split second where it showed the group of, the band. It showed the band walking, and they're wearing, 70s-looking attire. It's a Neil Diamond tribute. So I thought it was going to be a wacky road trip comedy. As it turned out, the movie was very dramatic. It very much tries to get you crying and whatnot. Hell, there's unplanned teenage pregnancies. People are dropping dead. At one point or another, somebody's leg falls off. Not what we expected. The movie was all right. I mean, the movie itself was all right, I guess.
When you brought it up earlier, I forgot to ask, how was the music? Did they do a good job? Because Hugh Jackman, he sings. He's been in musicals before.
Was that really him singing?
I'm guessing it probably was. He's done it in movies before.
Okay, and the female was, don't tell me, Goldie Hawn's daughter. Her name is Natalie Schmidbauer.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. Gorgeous. I don't know enough about Neil Diamond's music to tell you if they were spot on or not. I'm very limited in my knowledge of Neil Diamond music.
Yeah, me too.
And was it really Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson singing? I have no idea.
Google it.
The lead character, again, Hugh Jackman. I'm somewhat familiar with his vibe. Ashley, is Hugh Jackman sexy?
Let me double check.
Wolverine? Hell yeah, he's sexy.
It's all right.
Yeah, he's ruggedly handsome.
When I said his name, an image of him didn't quickly come to mind?
No.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson did sing their own vocals in Sung Blue.
Oh, they're good singers. Good singers, both of them. All right. Hugh Jackman did not make it onto a recent breakdown of the sexiest men in the entire world. He did not make the list. Isn't he a dude who normally makes that list?
I could see him being on the list.
Yeah, I would never be surprised to see him on that list.
There are some glaring other omissions on this list, but I guess he'd be one of them.
If you want in on this, we can let her buck. From 20-1, the sexiest bros on earth, right here. Of course, all of these spellers have piles of money and worldwide fame.
That usually helps.
That doesn't hurt their chances of making the list, does it, Josh?
Oh, I would think that it helps quite a bit. I noticed Nick Bourne wasn't on there. Is that because it's too obvious to put on this list? Same with Dana Wessel. I'd imagine those just come to mind. You don't have to throw them on a list.
Yeah, people don't need to be reminded of our beauty.
No, not at all.
From 20-1, I have the sexiest. Well, it says the most handsome men in the world. Sorry, I screwed that up from the get-go because
there is a difference.
Yeah, there is. So this is actually the most handsome men in the world. Now, Ashley, who is the most handsome swinging D that you can think of right now? Go.
Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, besides my husband, of course.
Oh, he's nowhere near this list.
Yeah.
Why would you say something like that? That is so
Piss
stupid.
you off.
Brad Pitt is the most handsome.
Yeah.
Would you also say he's the sexiest? Or is there a different answer? Because, like Josh said, they can be different things.
Yeah, I'd say he's also the sexiest.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, he's got some swagger about him.
Yeah, there is a difference, I think. Like, just off the top of my head, I think I'd have a different answer for, like, say, the most beautiful woman in the world. Oh, God, I don't know. I wish I could even throw an answer your way on that. But, like, sexy? Lindsay Lohan always comes to mind.
Yeah.
There's something about the way she walks and talks in her full operation that strikes me as sexy, where I wouldn't necessarily call her, beautiful. We'll go for it. Here's 20-1. Handsome. Most handsome men in the world. And I'm going to struggle with this. A lot of it. I don't know a lot of these characters. Number 20 is Aaron Taylor Johnson. You guys shout out if you know who I'm talking about.
I've seen him. I've seen him on lists similar to this. He's kind of got a rugged look to him, right, Ashley?
Honestly, he just looks like a very normal dude to me.
Okay. Number 19 is Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Apparently you have to have 3 names in order to...
I could see that. Yeah, another ruggedly handsome guy.
Okay. Yeah, that's people around my mom's age, I think, would find him very attractive.
Well, see, if you don't mind helping me, name a famous character that Jeffrey Dean Morgan played.
Well, Negan in The Walking Dead, he'd probably be most known.
Oh,
yeah.
Never
He was
saw
in
it.
Supernatural.
Or was he the one that was in Grey's Anatomy?
Yes.
That had the heart issue?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was in Grey's Anatomy.
Yep, first time I saw him, fell in love with him.
18th most handsome man in the world is Henry Cavill.
Oh, yeah, he should be higher on the
Gosh,
list.
hands down.
Yeah, he'd be number 2 on my list, for sure.
I got to look him up now. I've been hearing you go on and on about this Henry Cavill for years, Josh. And never bothered looking him up.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. I even put him on my Chris list. All the Chris's I have a crush on: Pine, Pratt, Evans, Kringle, Hockey, Hemsworth, and Henry Cavill. I throw him at the end.
I'm looking at him now. I don't think I've ever seen him do anything.
I've seen him in movies, but
he's a good-looking guy. Don't get me wrong.
This is another one of those examples where I had no idea the guy was British until I just Googled him right now.
Yeah, I didn't know it the first time I saw him interviewed. I was shocked.
Yeah.
He's Superman. He should still be The Witcher.
What does this say? Number 17 on the list is Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, the ladies love him.
Yeah, he's like a hot commodity lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not my cup of tea, but...
16, Jensen Ackles.
Oh, I love Jensen Ackles. Again, back to Supernatural. His character, I'm on Team Dean. He's the best.
Yeah, definitely.
That guy's got 2 last names, though. I don't really... Jensen, that kind of could be a last name.
Everybody's got 2 last names nowadays.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he has a last name for a first name. And that kind of throws me a little bit.
Yeah.
Number 15. Now, I do know who this guy is. I'm kind of surprised to see him on a list of handsome fellers. He was the bad guy in Don't Come Around Our Country because it's loaded with old men. What the hell?
Yeah, No Country for Old Men.
He was the bad guy, Javier Bardem.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I'd throw him on my
His
list.
name on
I don't know.
there.
He's in Dune. Was he extra hot in that?
Never saw it.
No.
I certainly like No Country for Old Men, and he certainly was a terrific bad guy. I wanted him to get choked dead almost immediately.
He's not like a bad-looking guy. Just wouldn't expect him on a list like this.
14, Brad Pitt.
Of course.
Maybe
He's not higher.
Maybe he's getting too old now.
Sometimes those guys that are too pretty don't age well, I've noticed. Versus folks that were just kind of handsome, never gorgeous like Brad Pitt.
Is Brad Pitt one of those
He's
guys?
aging beautifully.
Is he not aging well, Josh?
I'm not saying he's not aging well. It's just I could see why he's lower on the list now because he's almost too good looking for so long.
Number 13, Rufus Sewell. Sewell?
That's not a real name.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with him.
12, John's Ham. I know who that is. 11, Cillian Murphy. What happened?
I guess I wouldn't consider him.
Yeah, this was one that really confused
He's
me.
kind of creepy looking.
He looks like a serial killer. And he plays like creepy characters.
If you saw that guy walking down the street, you cross the street.
Oh, you
I've
absolutely
seen,
do.
Like his fan base, the girls that find him attractive are like obsessed with him, and I don't really see it.
All right. What did I say? What did I say his name was?
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. All right, we're into the top 10 now, most handsome men in the world. Number 10, Matt Bomer. Matt Bomer?
Yeah, he is. He's something.
He's a good-looking dude.
I'd put him up there. Him and what's the other guy? Henry Cavill. Is that how you say his last name? Cavill.
Cavill?
Yeah, him. They always remind me of each other.
Oh, really?
I used to get them mixed up all the time.
Yeah, he was in White Collar.
Yes.
He's the guy from that show.
So good.
I never watched it, but I hear it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
9, Michael B. Jordan from Creed.
Michael B. Acton.
I don't have a father. You have a father. He passed before you were born, but you have a father. Long pause. What was his name? One of the greatest opening scenes in movie history, Creed. I was a puddle before the friggin' movie even started.
That was pretty cool.
8, Sebastian Bach. I'm kidding. Sebastian Stan.
Now, Sebastian Bach is an example of a gentleman who was too pretty and didn't last at his current age. But, yeah, that guy is one of the best-looking people of all time.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, he's good looking.
All right. I get it. He's very popular, but why is Danny DeVito number 7 on this list?
I don't know. Maybe some people have a weird fetish thing going on.
I
don't
love
know.
the guy. He's so funny. He's
Hilarious.
so wonderful. Danny DeVito. But he's number 7 on this list. 6, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I've never. I've
don't
always
know.
been, Team Edward, but I've never been attracted to him.
Robert Pattinson. Number 5, Theo James. Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Number 4, Jason Momoa.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of texts on Jason Momoa. He's definitely on my wife's hall pass.
There's too many muscles.
3. Oh, I didn't know we were including dead people until we got into the top 3 here. All right, fair enough. We're including dead people. Well, number 3 is wonderfully alive. Number 2 is not. 3 is Pierce Brosnan.
Oh.
I just recently saw him in something, and he's always been one of the most enjoyable actors around.
Yes.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. When he pops up, you're never mad about it.
No.
Was
But
it
here-
on his new Netflix show?
I have no idea. Oh, for sure, me, it wasn't. I don't.
I think it's Netflix. Or Mobland. Where's that? Paramount Plus, maybe? Is
Yeah.
that the one? Was it a mob movie?
I
Or a show?
really don't know. It certainly, if it was a Netflix program, it wasn't me. Number 2, Paul Newman. He's dead.
Handsome guy when he was alive.
I bet he could still bring it.
Yeah. I bet he's still
I bet
bringing
he
heat.
Good-looking corpse.
And number 1 is Daniel Craig.
Yeah, I can see that.
Can't argue that.
Back to one that we mentioned briefly, it made me think of his story. John Hamm for Mad Men. I had no idea that women were so in love with the man. But it came to be that he was coming to town for a celebrity softball game at the All-Star game at Target Field. And my wife at the time, she just lost her mind. She was like, I will do anything to meet John Hamm. I go, women really find that guy attractive?
Well, that surprised you?
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, of course. I'm like, well, I mean, he's no, and I'm trying to think of an example. I go, I mean, he's no Kurt Russell. And she goes, your go-to for a good-looking guy was Kurt Russell?
He's attractive.
Yeah, but it was just like I was struggling to come up with a name, and I just blurted out Kurt Russell.
What?
Like, yeah, not a bad-looking guy, but
Jimmy Garoppolo should be on the top of all those lists. There's
sure.
never been a better-looking human being than Jimmy Garoppolo.
he's pretty perfect looking.
I haven't heard you talk about him in a long time.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy G. I got a
You
crush
think
on
he's
him.
the best-looking dude ever?
By far.
Is he still in the league?
I doubt it. I doubt
Wow,
it.
it's been a...
Denzel Washington should be on that list.
Yep.
Harrison Ford should be on the list. David Beckham.
Oh, definitely.
Chris Hemsworth. Maybe I'd throw him on there. The aforementioned Nick Bourne and Dana Wessel should be on those lists.
You could throw Gosling on that list.
I don't know.
Interesting
I
that
like
you
the guy.
brought up Jimmy Garoppolo for the first time in a long time. Does it feel good to talk about him, Josh? Or does
I like
it,
to keep him as
does
my
it
own.
does it hurt a little bit to talk about him?
What is he doing right now?
Jimmy, former quarterback.
Yeah.
If folks don't remember. Oh, yeah. Try out that Song Blue if you have a free afternoon.
I'll live vicariously.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that. But.
I'm actually having 5 plans to see with my mom this week.
It does seem like something you'd go to with your mom.
Yeah. She's very excited.
Yeah, I'd agree. Now that I've watched it, that it is a movie you could go to with your folks. Mm-hmm. You'll end up holding hands. And, I had no idea. Again, I thought it was going to be like Dumb and Dumber, like a road trip with a bunch of dorks, singing Neil Diamond songs. They get beat up at bars, they get laid here and there.
Chased by the cops.
Drugs, drinking. Boy, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. Not a friggin' clue.
Up at the crack of dawn, Jesus said, "No Chris Evans on that list? That man could turn me."
Man.
Oh, he was awesome in The Gray Man. He was so funny in that movie. Chris Evans. That's my favorite thing he's done is The Gray Man. He was awesome. Idris Elba, another good example.
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah, I should have thought of that.
How do you forget him?
I should have thought of that.
I had a friend who could barely even talk the other night because he was laughing and laughing and laughing, trying to tell us about a television show. He couldn't even complete a sentence because he loves this show so much. And it was something like A Man and a Baby?
Oh, yeah, with Mr. Bean?
I have no idea. I'm asking for your help. Apparently it's a current show, Man versus Baby?
Yeah, what's it called? I think that's right, Man versus Baby.
And
I'm not familiar.
I've seen that. Yeah, I watched it not too long ago. Yeah, that's, Man versus Baby.
Okay.
It's like a Christmas vibe.
On television?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, that's not television. I got to have Netflix. Okay. Yeah, he was going on and on about how he couldn't even talk about it.
I don't know if it's that funny.
Well, he's a little different, this guy. He's a little different. He was just saying, you gotta see this show. You gotta.
I don't know about that.
All right, fair enough.
It's kind of like I watched it and I thought, well, that filled some time.
All right. I wanted to get your vibe on that.
And kind of just, it's one of those shows where like so many things keep going wrong for the guy that it like makes me anxious the whole time.
Pisses you off.
I'm like, can't something just go right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Meet the Parents, where it's an entertainment movie, but you almost get to a point. Can this guy just catch a damn break at this point? Come on.
I like the movie, but it was just way too much.
Right. It's like, come on.
I totally agree with that.
It's funny that we're all in agreement on that. I remember watching that movie for the first time, and about halfway through, I just said, okay, come on.
Yeah, I was like, just punch them.
It's just stupid. It's too much.
Yeah,
punch the dad.
It's friggin' too much. All right. Did you find yourself drinking a little more over the holidays, everybody?
Yeah, probably more than normal.
Yeah, me too.
It happens.
Yeah.
So many events.
I was out until 12:30 in the morning on New Year's Eve.
Whoa. You told me you didn't even think you were going to make it to midnight.
No,
I didn't.
No.
I didn't think I was going to make it till midnight.
I didn't.
Then I gathered myself at a table, with some folks, and there I sat. 12:30.
That's impressive.
Doing too much.
It was terrible.
Yeah, slow down.
It sounds like it.
It was awful. Absolutely awful. We didn't really talk about our New Year's Eve yet this morning. Was it incredible?
Yeah, I made a prime rib that was really good, and then
wow.
I think I was asleep by like 10:30.
It's impressive.
It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So
I wouldn't think it'd be that easy, personally. I wish I knew to do more stuff like that. Can you cook one in the microwave?
you could I don't think it's going to taste good, or the texture might be a little off, but you could do it.
Were you drinking?
Yeah.
What do you like to eat when you're drunk? Somebody was talking about the best foods to eat when you're faced. And
fast food, hands down.
Most folks said a freshly delivered pizza pie.
No. I don't need
You're not going to turn down a freshly delivered pizza pie.
No, I wouldn't, but it's not my first choice just because I think of how like the marinara gives me such bad acid reflux. And
you think of that when you're drunk?
Oh yeah. I usually go for some type of fast food, like chicken nuggets, French fries.
Burgers, for sure. Taco Bell, that's a popular one.
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
yes, baby.
Friggin' acid reflux.
Oh, I hate that
Oh,
stuff.
it's off. Luckily, I've only had it a couple times. I had no idea how bad that could be.
So
That and
bad.
heartburn.
You can feel like you're having a heart attack.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Duh.
I feel for you if you have to deal with that.
Somebody was talking about the best foods to eat when you're hammered. And most folks said a freshly delivered pizza pie.
It does seem to be the most common one for sure.
Honestly, anything other than sweets. Sweets are very unappealing to me when I've been drinking.
That's a good point. It's got to be savory.
When's the last time somebody busted your chops, Ashley, about Bosco sticks?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I haven't had those in a minute, though.
Why?
I just
No
haven't
real
been to the gas station at the right time, I guess.
Years ago, you mentioned that you stop at the gas station and you grab a bucket of Bosco sticks and our friggin' text machine went nuclear.
I know.
Half people telling you how much they also love them, and the other half of people saying, what were you raised by monkeys or
Yeah,
something?
Bosco sticks dipped in ranch,
Bosco,
too.
did I say it wrong?
No, you said it right.
Bosco sticks.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nick's right, though. That's a weird thing to get up in arms about.
The place went crazy.
Yeah,
when
it got weird.
It's like garlic cheese bread. How do you go wrong?
People will still send me like links to where I can buy them in the store. It's
Never
cute.
saw it. Never saw it.
I know by now.
I've been in and out of gas stations from one end of town to the other. I don't think I've ever spotted them. I'll try to look.
I'm going to read you a list here from a recent McDonald's order we made at our house, and you tell me how many people it was for, okay? It makes you wonder if everyone was drunk. We got a 10-piece chicken McNugget. We got 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches with extra tartar sauce. We got a McChicken with extra mayonnaise. 2 of them, I'm sorry. We got
with extra mayonnaise.
Heck yeah, dude.
Good Lord.
Yum.
Sloppy.
Large French fries, 2 more McChickens, medium French fries, and a triple cheeseburger. So we got 7 sandwiches on the list, some fries a couple times over, and then McNuggets.
So Josh hosted a weed party and didn't invite us.
No drugs involved that I'm aware of.
I'm going to go with at least 4 people.
That was 3 teenage boys.
Oh, my God. Good for them. I remember that metabolism. That was great.
Yeah, that's what I told them. So I remember those days.
I want to be able to eat whatever I want again so bad.
Be driving home on the weekends. My parents would have me home by midnight. And I remember I'd always stop at Wendy's at like 11:50, and I'd get 2 double stacks, a large fry, a spicy chicken sandwich, and a large Frosty, and still just had incredible abs.
I never was that kid.
Oh, I was. My McDonald's order, I thought that was ridiculous when I was a kid. Embarrassingly so, but yeah, these guys, that was impressive. I didn't know you could spend $88 at McDonald's.
Jeez, oh my gosh. My brother was like that, just a garbage disposal. He used to, the little Eggo waffles you stick in the toaster.
Sure.
He would have a whole entire box of those for breakfast.
Yeah, I never was that kid.
It took forever. He'd be hogging the toaster for like 20 minutes.
I do remember times when I was living in my divorce shack apartment, and I would order for myself. And I'd go and pick up the order, and there'd be like 3 sets of silverware in there. I'm like, oh, that was kind of them to think that I wasn't just eating this by myself all alone.
Dude.
And then you binge watch Netflix, and it's like, are you still watching?
Yeah,
That's so true. Or when you get Chinese food and they give you like 6 fortune cookies. Nah, there's only 2 of us.
These kids that were eating up all that McDonald's, were they smoking dope?
No, as far as I know, everybody was completely sober. We have no kids smoking dope rule at the house.
It's a good rule to have.
They
go outside to do that. They don't do it in the house.
Yeah.
What do they call that restaurant again? White Castle. White Castle sliders have been brought up in this conversation about what we like to eat when hammered.
They're chicken rings.
I don't know the chicken ring.
Yeah, they're just like in the shape of an onion ring, but it's chicken.
Oh, I haven't had that before.
Yeah, very good.
I love White Castle sliders.
Me too.
I forget that place exists, and then I remember, and then I end up dumping like $70.
Just to bring a bunch home, a bunch of crave cases.
Yeah.
We used to have promotions at those more often.
Oh, really?
I used to love working those for obvious reasons.
Yeah, of course.
Surprised we don't have those anymore.
But my story isn't terribly original. This is, the cliche joke whenever anyone talks about White Castle is the aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
I once blew through a pile of Big party at my house. Someone went and bought a couple of Crave cases for a party I was hosting. And there were a good 12, 15, I don't know, burgers left over the next day.
Oh, no.
Were they refrigerated?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not complete animals. I'm not a complete Neanderthal. Yeah, we put them in the fridge. And I went after them the next night. So 24 hours later. Right before me and Curtis went off to Medina Ballroom to see Quiet Riot in concert, Josh.
Nice.
With,
How were they?
With one original member.
Oh, not nice.
Whatever. It was Quiet Riot, Everyone in the crowd regretted that I showed up for that concert.
That bad, huh?
Even the band at times was looking out into the audience saying, okay, who was that?
Ironically, at a Quiet Riot concert.
It was so bad.
Dude, gross.
Everyone in the place was wondering what happened, including the band. And I was way in the back by the bar. The band noticed. And Curtis even told me when I went after those leftovers before we went to go see Quiet Riot, Curtis said, you don't want to do that.
I was in a situation like that where a buddy just had the worst gas possible. We were in a small bar, and it got to the point where the bartender finally just turned down the music and goes, yo, if you crapped your pants, it's time to go home.
It got that bad?
Yes.
Oh, man.
If you crapped your pants, it's time to go home.
Josh, I could not believe, I did not think I was capable of what I accomplished at that Quiet Riot bowling alley concert. I even was looking around saying, are you kidding me? I did that?
Surprised they let you back in that place.
Oh, my God.
I've seen somebody clear out a backyard. This was outdoors, and it was a girl that brought it. It was the worst I've ever experienced. I thought, how can this happen outdoors where people are running away?
I had one in high school with my girlfriend. We still laugh about this in the line at IKEA. And it was so bad, it like singed your nostrils. And the cashier just said, okay, I'm sorry, I need to walk away for a minute. And my girlfriend was so embarrassed, she started crying right there in the IKEA line.
Do you get like a badge for that?
Should have got some free meatballs or something.
One woman quit her job and another one started crying.
It was so bad.
Here's a pot smoker who texted the program this morning. He said, I got high and ate a sack of 20 White Castle burgers.
Oh. I wonder how many I could get through.
He said, I thought I was going to die, dude.
Yeah. I've definitely had those overeating moments where I thought, nobody's stomach can handle this. It's going to blow.
Yep. Hey, brah, between me and you, dog, I thought I was going to die. But, we still go back to these foods because they're so wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a reason you eat 20 of them.
Even if you know.
They're awesome.
Yeah, even if you know, Jesus, tomorrow's going to be awful. Oh, God.
Yeah, like a month ago when I had the awful 48-hour both ends experience that I think was from a place we ordered food from. We ordered it again last weekend, and my wife was like, you sure you want to do this? I go, I would have done this the day after. This place rules.
That's where we learned our boss can keep a secret.
Yeah, that's true.
You had said, I can't make it in, and he never told us why.
No.
He knew, but he didn't say a word.
We can close with this. A listener has texted in to say there are certain foods out there you don't buy, you rent.
I like that.
You rent it for a few hours and then spray. We got to go, Josh.
Shout out to Works in the same building as Josh Jesus, tuning in while drinking a beer on the beach in Mexico. And Ken Israel Jesus is listening in Orlando. Happy 30th to the drop-dead gorgeous Allison from Groob Cakes. Happy 15th to Corey from Dad, Keystone Light Jesus. Thanks for joining us on our first show in 2026. Happy New Year, and hope to see you again tomorrow.
Half-assed Morning Show 93X.
Happy New Year, podcast pals. Dana here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag, I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.